On a 7-game losing streak, the Thunderbirds of Southern Utah University return home after what was their closest loss in WAC play so far, a 58-55 loss at California Baptist. But tonight they host the 2-2 Tarleton State Texans. Ryan Steinekert here with Preston Ferry. And Preston, it doesn't get any easier. The WAC schedule is tough, and Coach Jeter even said this is what the WAC is. It's tough night in, night out.
Yeah, well, great game. It was a very low-scoring game last time out, but I mean, this team's defense already has come so far from being second to worst, Ryan, in the entire NCAA in defense. Now they put up a really good showing last time out. I expect that to improve here tonight against a really high-scoring team.
In their first 6 games, the Thunderbirds were allowing 91 points per contest. In the last 11, that average is down to 74.5 points allowed overall. So they've gotten 16.5 points better defensively, but they've still got a little bit of room to grow and get better. And especially what Coach Jeter calls, he says we implode for about 5 minutes in every game. They've got to play a full 40 minutes.
No, they absolutely do, and they have all the pieces in order to come away with the win here. They're going to attack some parts of this team that the Texans don't really do well. One of those things is going to be rebounding. This is a very good rebounding Thunderbirds team. They've got all the pieces. They put it all together, like Coach Jeter was saying, like you just mentioned. They're going to come out of here victorious.
Today's pregame show is brought to you by Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. Stop in before or after the game for fresh sushi, savory ramen, and unbeatable student specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Kabuto, proud to fuel SUU game day. This is the Kabuto pregame show. Last time Tarleton State played, they trailed 46-38 at the half. It was against Abilene Christian, ended up losing by 4. It was a crazy stat line. Tarleton State shot 29 free throws. They hit 27 of those, but they went just 1 of 6 from 3. That might be an aberration in the last 20 years of a college basketball team only attempting 6 3-point shots in an entire game, and it didn't quite work for them. They won points in the paint, they won bench points, they won fast break points, but they lost on where it matters on the scoreboard, 84-80.
No, this is a really good shooting team, and yeah, they just didn't have the best performance last time out. I expect them to get back in track here. They've got a 3-game road trip starting tonight. They'll be at Utah Tech next. This team shoots the ball incredibly well, and it's going to be hard to keep them from going ice cold for very long.
Not only do they shoot the ball well, they're ranked in the top 15, 16 in the nation in a number of categories. I think you mentioned in turnovers, right? They're number 1. They're number 2 in steals. They're number 16 in turnover margin. So they force almost 5 turnovers more than they give it away. Plus, they're number 1 in bench points and number 16 in the nation in fast break points. So they're very good in a lot of different categories and tops in the nation in many of those.
No, they're an incredibly good team where it matters most. They also have the all-time great Tarleton Texan, Freddie Hicks. He's in tonight. He leads in so many categories. Most games played, most games started, total rebounds, 3rd all-time in steals, 2nd all-time in assists, 1st in points made and points attempted, but he also has the most foul outs in school history. So a very storied team. This team hasn't been D1 for many years. It's only their 6th season being a D1 program, and they've come a long way and improved pretty much every single year.
And we can't talk about this Tarleton State team without mentioning the leading scorer in the nation, Dior Johnson.
Yeah, off the bench too, Ryan. You may have heard this name before if you paid attention to any of like the early 2000s YouTube guys. I mean, it's LaMelo Ball, it's Mikey Williams, and it was Dior Johnson. This guy was thought to be the next big thing. He had committed to multiple big-time powerhouse schools before a long road trip, 14 different schools, landing here at Tarleton, where he's, like I said, coming off the bench, the 2nd leading scorer in the nation. Impressive.
And a 4-time WAC newcomer of the week, Dior Johnson, leads this team at almost 24 points per game. That's Tarleton State. Let's go back to Southern Utah University. Their last time out was at California Baptist. Both teams struggled shooting the ball at 35 and 31 points, or percent respectively, and Southern Utah just came up short, 58-55.
And that was a game of runs. It was one of the most electric games I think I've ever watched, despite the score. Like, if you look at the scoreboard and the box score, you're going to be like, oh, that game probably was not very good. But you watch that. We had 3 guys. I mean, Cale Barclay was in it, Jaden Farrell, some like 3 back-to-back, like deep logo threes to put us within 1. They almost got it done. They kind of got out-rebounded on the glass right at the end and kind of put it away for them, but a really good showing, one of the best performances all around, despite not shooting well for the Thunderbirds this season.
Jaden Farrell was the only one to score in double figures of the Thunderbirds. He had 16 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Thunderbirds need a big offensive output tonight. This Tarleton State team averages 80 points per game.
Yeah, and especially because they need a big win because they're 1-3 against 1-13, excuse me, against D1 opponents. So just not very good. 0-4 now in the WAC.
Yep.
So this is a struggling team against some big competition. However, they seem to be on the incline.
Tarleton State comes in at 2-2 in the WAC, 11-6 overall. The Thunderbirds at 0-4 in the WAC, 4-13 overall. Series history real quickly between these two teams. Southern Utah just 2-4 against Tarleton State, and they've lost 3 in a row. But Thunderbirds did win 2 in a row at SUU and at Tarleton State in 23 and 24, but again have lost 3 in a row. And they've been close, a 3-point loss, a 8-point loss. The most recent loss last February was 17 points when Tarleton State shot 56% from the floor.
And this is a team that averages 80 points a game offensively. They've scored 88 points as their highest against SUU, so not far off their season averages. Depending on the defense and the intensity that SU brings tonight, we'll see what happens. But this is a very high-scoring team that's known to score a lot of points here in the AFEC.
This is the Cabuto pregame show. We'll take a quick timeout, be back with your Thunder 91 keys. We'll also hear from Coach Rob Jeter when we return with Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Cabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Cabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Back on the Cabuto pregame show, Ryan Steinekert here with Preston Ferry and Preston. The Thunderbirds tonight host Tarleton State. SUU, this is tough to swallow, a 7-game losing streak. Last time they won was here on the home court, but it was December 1st. It's been almost a month and a half.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but what better night to get back on track.
Let's take a look at your keys of the game, brought to you by Thunder 91.1, SUU's student-run campus radio station. More music, more variety, more SUU. What have you got for keys of the game tonight, Preston?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, this is going to come as a shock to absolutely nobody. They got to limit Dior Johnson's scoring ability. He's had the most 30-point games in the nation. He's also #2 scorer in the nation. This guy comes off the bench, but he knows how to put it down. He scored 40 against Baylor. You got to limit him. #2.
Wait. 40 against Baylor. Yes, you heard that right. He's also scored 30 or more 6 times this season, so that's a big key.
3 straight, by the way. Yeah, 15 for 15 from the free-throw line.
Yep.
Yeah, 42 against Baylor, Big 12 school. So
right.
He's big on that. They got to clean the glass. This is not a good rebounding team. SUU is a better rebounding team. If they can control the glass tonight, they're going to come out of here with a big advantage and a big win, possibly.
And even a big number there is Tarleton State is 8-1 when they out-rebound their opponents. So you do the math on that. They are 3-5 when they don't out-rebound. So the Thunder, that's a big key for Southern Utah.
Absolutely. Third and final thing, they're playing a team who is #1 in the country in forced turnovers a game. SU, that's probably their biggest struggle is turnovers a game. They got to limit turnovers if they want a chance.
SUU averages 13.5 turnovers per game, and Tarleton State is 10-3 when they win that turnover battle. So if Southern Utah can stay on top in that turnover margin, they'd have a much better chance at keeping them up in this one. Those are your keys of the game, brought to you by Thunder 91, SUU's campus radio station, student run, and commercial-free music all day, every day, plus Southern Utah women's, men's basketball, and women's basketball, plus Southern Utah football as well, right here on Thunder 91. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back, and you'll hear from Coach Rob Jeter when we return on the Caputo pregame show and Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Cabuto's, St. George #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Cabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Joined by Southern Utah head men's basketball coach Rob Jeter ahead of the first of a 3-game homestand, starting with Tarleton State tonight. The Texans coming to town from Stephenville. Coach, this will be the first time all season you've played 3 straight at home. Is that an opportunity you feel like you, even more than normal, want your team to take advantage of?
Yeah, and not all year in this short of 2026, yeah. All season. You know, that's part of, that's a mistake on my end in scheduling. It's going to be normal and it's going to be inevitable some years because of how we have to now rev share and do those things. But we put ourselves in a very difficult situation scheduling, been on the road as much. Now we get 3 at home for the first time all year. So we're excited about it. We just want to get better every night. I thought our last contest we were better. We did not win. We have to come home and protect the home court.
Go back to that game against California Baptist in Riverside, 58-55, the final. I believe the lowest scoring game that you guys have played in all season long when you take into account total points scored on both sides. Let's talk about the defensive side. What did you feel like worked for your team on that side of the ball against the preseason conference player of the year in Dom Daniels?
when you look at one of our goals was to limit second chance opportunities because they offensive rebound so well. Now they had a lot of offensive rebounds, but they didn't put them in. They didn't get easy buckets off of those. I thought for the most part we made Cal Baptist take tough twos. Down the stretch they made a few of them, and that was the difference. But it was really definitely something to build off of, the fact that we can rebound and keep them from getting easy putbacks. And then the second part of it was to keep a team that is capable of scoring 80 to 90 points, to keep them in the 50s. That was very encouraging.
Offensively, what did you feel like was maybe an area where you took a step back that you hope to get back to succeeding in tonight?
Well, I don't know if we can take many steps back where we are right now. It's about stepping forward. And I think the biggest takeaway from that game was that we didn't seem to be uncomfortable playing in the 50s because we were getting stops. So having said that, I think the key to our success, if defensively we can find ways to get people to miss, our offense will then soon become better.
You had 12 free throw attempts in that game. You talk a lot about wanting to make more than your opponent attempts. How do you get back to that tonight against Tarleton State, who's a very physical team? Yeah,
that was disappointment there. We always talk about making more free throws in our opponent's attempts, and we're not close to that this season. 12 is not nearly enough. You can say that's being on the road, whatever it may be, but we have to continue to focus on that.
Rockley's a guy that has started to find his offensive rhythm as the calendar turned to 2026. What have you seen from him in the last few games that's gotten him going?
Well, I think he is being patient, and he's taking what's available right away. And he's setting up his game off of his jump shot.
Elijah Duvall, a guy that just continues to be a big part of what this team does offensively. Where do you want to see him continue to grow in his freshman campaign?
Yeah, when you look at it, obviously one of the jumps out is his turnovers. You can't have more turnovers than assists as a point guard. That's an absolute cardinal sin. He's just over that. I think the second piece is being able to manage the team, see the floor, pick his spots where he can be disruptive. But for the most part, I think it's the turnovers. If we can limit his turnovers and get him have more assists, then that's a positive step forward for him.
Jaden Farrell's leading your team in scoring and rebounding coming into this game. What's made him such a steady presence?
Yeah, he just works. Again, another young man, if he can limit his turnovers, we're better. But he gets a lot of second chance opportunities. He does a lot of the dirty work. He's grinding out there. That's positive, all positive.
Against Tarleton State tonight, the leading scorer in all of Division I men's college basketball is in the AFEC tonight in Dior Johnson for the Texans. Actually comes off the bench as he has in every game that he's played this year. What kind of challenge does he present for your defense?
Man, well, I don't know how we're going to stop it. When you put it that way, no one else has done it, right? We have a chance, though. We have an opportunity to do something no one else has done. I think as a competitor, you should be excited about that. So I'm excited to see him. This will be my first time coaching against him, seeing him live. What I do know is that when he gets the ball, he's thinking one thing: score. So if that's how it plays out, then we have to send extra bodies at him.
Coach, what's the biggest key to getting a victory against Tarleton State tonight?
Defense.
Southern Tide coach Rob Jeter.
Well, thanks so much to Spencer McLaughlin and Coach Rob Jeter for those thoughts. Interesting that Coach Jeter said they felt comfortable playing in the 50s. They got to get defensive stops. That'll be a big key tonight. Get some defensive stops against the Texans.
Sure, and I mean, it's exciting to watch games where it's 100 points, 120 points, 80 points, whatever it may be, but really all you need is one more point than the other guy. So if it happens to be 50 to 49, a win is a win. And if they're going to play low ball like that and really just grind it out, if that's how they're going to win, that's the identity of this team, let's go for it.
Clark and Linford Jewelers has been a part of downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Our commitment to you remains the same: quality jewelry, quality pricing, and great customer service. Clark and Linford Jewelers in Cedar City, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged. Any other thoughts on that interview we heard from Coach Jeter and Spencer McLaughlin?
No, I mean, he talked about free throws a little bit, and obviously if you've played any level of basketball, that's the biggest thing coaches will tell you. How big are free throws? And they really could have capitalized a little bit more there and made the game a little closer. Had they knocked down a couple more of those, one or two more three-point jump shots, that game would have had a different outcome.
And that's a big disparity in tonight's game. Southern Utah attempts 17 free throws a game. Tarleton State attempts almost 26 per game. So Southern Utah's got to be better tonight in that category. Got to be better in a lot of things, and as Coach Jeter likes to say, consistent, play that full 40 minutes, and they can be in good shape tonight.
Yeah, deadly mixture. The team that fouls the most in the WAC and the team that shoots the most free throws. So we'll see what it goes down to.
Southern Utah hosting Tarleton State tonight. One final timeout, and we'll be back with your starting lineups and your tip-off of tonight's game of Thunderbird basketball from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, brought to you by Van Wagner and presented by Intermountain Health. Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends, make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In has served Cedar City and our visitors for more than 45 years. With a diverse menu and affordable prices, Hermes hopes you'll come back again and again for their burgers, Navajo tacos, fries, house-made fry sauce, and more. Located just north of the City Park on Main Street, Hermes also offers shakes, soft drinks, and a weekly special. All roads lead to Hermes Drive-In, a proud sponsor of our local youth activities and athletes.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing Auto Owners Insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business. Les Olson IT.
Back on the Cabuto pregame show. Hungry for a deal? Head to Cafe Sabor in Cedar City and grab their Thursday special. A smothered burrito with a drink for just $8. Daily deals all week long with delicious food and friendly service at Cafe Sabor, located right here in Cedar City. Stop by today at Cafe Sabor. Well, one item of note, Billy Gillespie, head coach of Tarleton State, not feeling well tonight. He's under the weather, and so associate head coach Glenn Cyprian is filling in for him tonight, just for tonight, not any kind of acting head coach or interim. It's just Coach Gillespie not feeling well. But yeah. Cyprian's been with the team a while. Yeah, he has. He's been an assistant coach since 1987, and he followed Coach Gillespie over here from Kentucky when they were both there. They had a good run at Kentucky. Now both of them here acting tonight. He's coached a lot of different teams, big-time teams, Texas Tech probably, in Kentucky, Arkansas, the biggest, most notable ones, but getting some head coaching action tonight. Coach Gillespie has had his own run of incredible journey coaching. He's a 12-time coach of the year. He was an assistant with Kentucky for a couple seasons, at Texas A&M for a few seasons, at UTEP, and this is his 6th season at Tarleton State, 15th season as a coach at Tarleton, 74 and 84 overall record as the head coach of the Texans. Yeah, this is, and when you say coach of the year, this isn't just like WAC coaches of the year. This is an SEC coach of the year, a Big 12 coach of the year. Like, this guy knows what he's doing, including a WAC coach of the year. Yeah. Not with the Texans, back in his days with, was it UTEP? Yes, UTEP. It is an impressive resume for Billy Gillespie, and some of the guys see that. You get a recruit like Dior Johnson, you got to know coach is doing something right. Yeah, Dior Johnson, a guy who was highly recruited and then kind of had some rough legal troubles, kind of fell off a little bit, but he's built his way back up to the big leagues here, and he's got 2 years of eligibility left despite being on his 14th team. So
really impressive run for Dior Johnson as well.
He'll come off the bench for Tarleton State, whose starters are the 6'1 sophomore Jordan Mazzell, averaging 4.5 points per game. Number 2, longtime Tarleton State Texan, is a 6'6 senior Freddie Hicks, who averages 11.5 points and 6.5 rebounds. Then you've got number 4, Leroy Kelly IV, who is 12th in the nation, first in the WAC in steals per game at 2.5. He's a 6'2 freshman from Dallas, Texas. Kaya Isaac, a 6'4 junior out of Christchurch, New Zealand. Number 6 is also a starter, along with a 6'6 senior Chris Mpaka from the Congo. Those are your 5 starters for Tarleton State. And for SUU, we've seen these similar starters for much of this season. A 6'11 senior, number 0, Isaiah Cottrell, originally from Las Vegas, Nevada. The 6'3 freshman leading the Thunderbirds in scoring at 12.5 points per game from Delaware. Number 1, Elijah Duvall, a 6'6 junior from Eagle, Idaho, shooting almost 50% from three-point range. Number 3, Tanner Hayhurst. Number 20, a 6'6 senior from Saratoga Springs, Utah, is Dylan Jones at 9.5 points per game. And finally, second on the team in scoring, a 6'9 senior from Draper, Utah, Jaden Farrow. And Farrow has been a bright spot in a number of games this season. He's second on the team in scoring by about half a point, is all behind Elijah Duvall.
Yeah, both these guys get big production. They seem to switch games on who pops off and goes and gets you 20, 25 points. Farrow also a great rim protector. He's kind of a do-it-all guy. Duvall has had some struggles turning the ball over, but an electric scorer when he gets going. Lots of guys that can just absolutely bomb the ball from deep. I'm talking Steph Curry, three-point logo, Dame Dollar range. So this team has got some balls.
Jaden Farrow leads this team in total rebounds, offensive rebounds, blocks. He's right near the top in field goal percentage, top free throw percentage, and most minutes per game. And then Duvall, of course, on top in points per game and assists. But Coach Jeter mentioned he's got to be a little bit better taking care of the basketball. He averages 3.5 turnovers to 3.3 assists per game.
Yeah, he's actually the second leading scorer on the team overall, only by 4 points given. Him and Jaden Farrow, both the only dudes over the 200-point mark for the season there, but Farrow missed a game. These guys are just, they're ballers. This team is starting to come together here, find a rhythm. They're starting to find their identity, and it's fun to watch. Let's see what they do tonight. The defense has been much better. I'm excited for some Thunderbird basketball.
SUU women's team is on the road tonight at Tarleton State. They're off to a rough start, trailing 30-17 midway through quarter number 2. We'll keep an eye on that game as we mainly focus on this one here tonight in the America First Event Center. Southern Utah hosting Tarleton State. The Texans, again, these teams have met 6 times in the past, and Tarleton State has won 4 of those. Isaiah Cottrell, and is that Chris Mpaka for the tip? And we're just moments away from tipping off. Thunderbirds in the home whites, and Tarleton State in the road purple with white numerals. Real basic or simple uniforms, just purple and white, that's it. Mpaka gets up quick and wins the tip over to Isaac. Bounces quickly into the post to Mpaka. Thunderbirds double team, and he kicks it back outside. They go right back again to Mpaka. Tries the reverse, may have been blocked, then tipped out of bounds off of Southern Utah.
Great defensive set there. You saw all the posts just swarm. Everybody backed up to cover the kickouts, but great defensive possession.
Mpaka inbound. He averages almost 8 points per game. Southern Utah gets a steal. Duvall up to the right wing, skips it. Hayhurst left wing triple. Yes, Thunderbirds answer with a quick triple to get on the board, 3-0. 30 seconds into the game, Thunderbirds strike first into Mpaka. He goes up and tries to reach back with his left. Thought he was fouled, missed the shot. Thunderbird rebound. Quickly to Jones, and then back to Duvall to reset the offense. Tarleton in a man-to-man defense, way out high on the perimeter. Mazzell defending. Duvall steps back, gets some space, and misses the 3. A little bit long off the back iron. Texans with the rebound. Mpaka at the top of the key, left side to Mazzell. He tries to drive, dribbles in with the left hand, shoots, blocked by Farrow, gets his own rebound, kicks it back out left, elbow jumper. Freddie Hicks hits it 3-2, Thunderbirds up 1.
The all-time GOAT of the Texans, Freddie Hicks.
Farrow at the logo, dribbles across the timeline, just about lost the dribble there, but maintains control, gives to Cottrell on the left wing. Thunderbirds up 3-2. To Jones in the right corner, open three, and he misses off the front iron. Rebound, Tarleton State. Mazzell gives up top to Hicks, back to Mazzell, and then Isaac at the top of the key. Looking for a backdoor cut, doesn't find a passing lane. Thunderbirds in a man-to-man defense as well. Left corner, Hicks backing in on Farrow. Jaden doesn't give space. Hicks misses with the right hand, offensive board. Mpaka, he'll sky it up and in.
I don't like the effort that Cottrell's given the last 2 possessions, not really getting in there and finding a body.
4-3, Tarleton State leads. Cottrell on the left wing, skips it to Hayhurst, right wing three. Yes, bottoms up. Tanner Hayhurst, a quick 2 for 2. Thunderbirds up 6-4. 17:40 left, first half. Thunderbirds off to Tanner Hayhurst off to a hot start shooting. 2 for 2 from three-point range. Mpaka on a pick and roll, tries to run through Cottrell, who draws the charge. Good reaction by Cottrell, seeing what was coming and just getting his feet planted. Tonight's tip-off was brought to you by Savage Services, the official transport and logistics partner of Southern Utah Athletics. From heavy haul to specialized transport, Savage can move anything, anytime, anywhere. Start your logistics with Savage, and thank you to Savage Services for supporting Thunderbird basketball. Cottrell at the top of the key. Shot clock at 15. Duval on the left wing to Farrow, right wing three. Yes, nothing but net. Thunderbirds with 3 triples. They're up 9-4. Farrow, a good 3-point shooter. He's shooting almost 38% on the season. Mpaka tries to go through Cottrell, and another charge. 2 straight possessions. Isaiah Cottrell draws a charge.
I said I didn't like his defensive effort. I take it back. He's locked back in.
Yeah, as if to say, hey, Preston, watch this.
My bad, Isaiah.
Thunderbirds will inbound, leading 9-4 with 16:52 left in the first.
They still don't have their top 2 scorers in the game, which is something interesting to note. Both on the bench.
Mazzell putting a lot of pressure backcourt on Duval, so the Thunderbirds are having Farrow bring the ball up court. They lob it inside to Farrow. It was deflected away. Jones comes up with it to Farrow, right wing three. You betcha! Jaden Farrow and the Thunderbirds have 4 triples. They lead 12-4. Starting hot, 4 of 5 from three-point land. The Thunderbirds with the lead. 16:15 left first half, excuse me. Kelly the fourth drives in, then kicks it back outside to Mazzell. 10 on the shot clock. Mazzell way out on the high on the left wing. Thunderbirds in a man-to-man. Mazzell dribbles to his right. Gets caught in traffic. Hesitates, then kicks back outside. They work it around. Kelly the fourth at the buzzer. Hits the triple from the left corner, but they say he let it go late. And it's a shot clock violation. Coach Jeter wanted to see some stops. How about 2 charges and a shot clock violation on the last 3 possessions?
Fantastic ball right now.
15:58 left first half. Thunderbirds lead 12-4. First media timeout. We'll be back with more Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
What can you find at Mountain Lighting? A great selection of light fixtures and ceiling fans from top names in lighting like Visual Comfort, Savoy House, Kitchler, and many more. And with our price match guarantee, you can rest assured you'll not only find great quality, but great value as well. Looking for home decor items and accessories? Yeah, we've got all that. From furniture to wall decor, including paintings, mirrors, clocks. We've got pillows and other unique home decor items. So come to Mountain Lighting for all your lighting and home decor needs.
Hot start for the Thunderbirds from beyond the arc. Tanner Hayhurst with 2 threes. Jaden Farrell with a couple more, and SUU leads 12-4 after the first media timeout.
This is something you would expect to see from a basketball team, but if you've looked on paper here, this team came into the game only shooting about 30 to 35% from the floor. Right now, doubled it. They're at like 66, 67%.
Thunderbird fans want a great haircut at a great price. At any SUU game, keep an eye out for ways to score a cut for just $10.99 at Great Clips, with locations all across Utah and 2 locations here in Cedar City to make it easy on you. Great Clips, it's going to be great. Thunderbirds have the ball to restart the action. Farrow bounce pass inside, 1 extra pass. Hayhurst to Cottrell, easy 2. They lay it in, and the Thunderbirds up 14-4. Boy, you talk about going out inside out. The Thunderbirds started hot outside and then get an easy bucket inside. Kelly dribbles to his right. Isaac finds a little space, pulls up and misses on the right baseline. Thunderbirds the rebound. Farrow tries to save it on the baseline, and Tarleton State comes up with it. Here's Dior Johnson. His first shot is nothing but net from the left corner 3.
14 schools and still doing it.
14-7. Thunderbirds up by a touchdown with 15 minutes left in the first half. Duval to Cottrell at the top of the key. Farrow posted up as Duval backs in. Ball almost poked away, but Cottrell gets it back. Thunderbirds reset the offense to the top, and Duval. Thunderbird women have closed the gap. They trail 34-23 at Tarleton State. Meanwhile, Cottrell gets a pass inside, goes up strong, draws the foul, misses the shot to the free throw line. First foul, no, third foul of the night. I forgot of those charging fouls. This one called against O'Cypher Owens, who just checked in. Cottrell at the line. A 71% free throw shooter. And he hits the first.
Texans now have both their top 2 scorers, who both ironically come off the bench now in the game.
Dior Johnson, 24 points a game. Cam McDowell, 12. Cottrell's second free throw swishes. Thunderbirds lead 16-7 with 14:40 left first half, and SUU applies some full court pressure. Looks like mainly to slow Tarleton down and just keep the pace where they want it and not make things be easy. Johnson gives left elbow, and a quick pull-up jumper is a bit long off the back iron by Owens. Thunderbird rebound. Farrow across the timeline. Crosses over, spins through the lane, and Owens comes out and lays on a hit as Farrow spun toward the middle of the key.
Took a strong arm right through the chest, Farrow did.
So for Owens, that's a first personal foul. Thunderbirds inbound. They go underneath to Cottrell. Ball tipped away from him as he tried to go with a sky hook. He gets it back to Farrell, then left corner. Duval's 3 is short, and the rebound by Owens. He's fouled by the Thunderbirds as he comes down with the ball. First Thunderbird foul of the night. 14:04 left first half.
Duval may have missed that one, but he had to stretch to receive that ball, take it all the way back up to his jump shot. That ball probably moved 6 feet before he decided to shoot it.
31% three-point shooter. Earlier in the season, he was more around 24%. He's gotten better and better as the season's gone on. 16-7, Thunderbirds lead. Tarleton State with the ball. They go left corner. Dior Johnson hits again. Same spot, same result, 16-10. Just a 6-point Thunderbird lead.
He shoots nearly 60% from the three-point line.
That's insane. 57%. Plus, he's 2 for 2 tonight. He may be closer to 60% now. Thunderbirds, Duval bounces. Rock Lee tried to bounce it inside. It's deflected away out of bounds. SUU ball. And Lee will inbound. Or no, Duval will inbound from the baseline. Lobs into Cottrell, top of the key. Pick and roll. Duval finds space and goes all the way to the hole, lays it in nice and easy. Duval with his first bucket. 18-10, Thunderbirds up.
And Cottrell with a beautiful screen.
Johnson again left corner. This time Hayhurst closes out quicker. Johnson kind of loses control, stumbles through the lane and gets bailed out. A whistle and a foul against Tanner Hayhurst. Matthias Vrabel into the game. The sophomore from Ostrava, Czech Republic, averages 4 points per game for Tarleton State. He receives the inbound pass and gives off to McDowell. Top of the key, and a foul underneath the basket away from the ball. I think it was Rock Lee called for a hold on Johnson. Rock is the nickname. Jalen Lee, a 6'7" sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, 5 points per game. Inbound, and they go again to McDowell, looking for space, but Hayhurst stays in front. Instead to Dior Johnson. He goes across the lane, skyhook with the right, well short, but an offensive board. Vrabel goes right back up and in with it. 18-12, Thunderbirds up 6.
If you ask him, that was a pass.
That was a pass from Johnson. Nice assist. Lee open for 3, takes it, misses off the right iron, rebound tipped, and Johnson has it for Tarleton State. Burdick and Barclay into the game for Southern Utah. Johnson dribbles free throw line, floater with the right hand, kind of fading away, and nothing but net. 18-14, the lead is just 4. Burdick at the top of the key, holds, looking to get it to Duval, but the defense too tight on him. Instead, hands off to Lee. Right wing, Barclay fakes the 3, finds some space down the lane, steps around a defender and lays it in.
Using his frame to perfection there, getting the ball when nobody could reach it, right to the rack.
Barclay averages 5 points per game. Through his first few games, he was at almost 10 points a game. Air ball on a shot from the top of the key. Was that DJ Dormu? With the shot?
Yes.
Dormu shoots 46% from the floor. He's only attempted 13 shots this season, so has not shot a lot. He was injured for much of the season, just came back. This is his 6th game of the year. He's defending on Duval, who gives to Burdick, fires a pass left side just as Rock Lee started to cut toward the hoop, and Lee got a hand on it, but it's deflected out of bounds, and that takes us to the under 12 media timeout. Southern Utah up 6, 20-14. More Thunderbird basketball coming up on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
When you're ready to sell your home, doesn't it make sense to hire a seasoned professional? I'm Jennifer Davis from ERA Realty Center. With my 25 years of experience, I can see around the corner for problems or opportunities that a less experienced agent may miss. And my extensive list of buyers will mean a shorter time on the market and more dollars for you at closing. For a free consultation, call me at 586-9775 or go to buyincedar.com. I'm Jennifer Davis. Put my experience to work for you.
Just like your favorite team brings the action, Pioneer Floor Coverings brings it home. With winning floors for every style and budget, we've got the game changers. Carpet for comfort, LVP for durability, hardwood for that all-star look. Locally owned and trusted across Southern Utah, Pioneer Floor Coverings delivers championship service at unbeatable prices. Swing by our showrooms in Cedar City or St. George, or score big now at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Coverings, bring home the win!
Pizza Hut is proud to support SUU Athletics with a special deal for you Thunderbird fans. Get a medium one-topping pizza and a 20-ounce drink for just $9.99. Order online and enter the promo code M03. That's M03. Nice and simple. Start with an empty cart, then enter the code, and then choose your pizza and drink, and then the price drops to just $9.99. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut, and nobody supports the T-Birds like Pizza Hut. Thunderbirds start this game shooting 4 of 7 from three-point range. They actually started 4 of 5, but they missed their last 2, and they lead 20-14 over Tarleton State.
And a big part of that 14 points is 8 from Dior Johnson, the guy we haven't talked enough about tonight. 2nd in the nation in scoring. That's bonkers.
Came off the bench, hit 2 quick threes, and then another 2 on the last possession. Tarleton State with it. And McDowell trying to find space, kicks it back outside to Dormu. 15 on the shot clock. Thunderbirds in a man-to-man. Jones defending. They get a switch. Burdick goes for the block, but Dormu somehow hooks it up over the top of the block, hits the heel of the basket, and drops through the iron. Thunderbirds push the other way to Rock Lee. Right corner three. No, back iron. And it's a 4-point game. Tarleton has the ball. McDowell drives in, hooks up with the right hand and misses. Rebound deflected. It looked to me like Vrabel got a hand on it, but the officials closer, they say off of Southern Utah.
Yeah, it came off Kai's hand.
Okay.
He reached out for it at the last second.
So Dormu will inbound. Southern Utah sends Hayhurst back into the game. And Farrow back in as well. Inbound to McDowell in the left corner. Thunderbirds stay in a man-to-man defense, and Rock Lee tasked with trying to defend Johnson, who, boy, he's just so quick and decisive. Drives in, gets to there's a little space to his right, draws the foul, and heads to the line, where he's a very good free throw shooter.
Not just very good, he is deadly. 83% on the season in the conference right now. I mean, that's crazy. You love, if they're at 70%, you're happy. He's at 83 in the conference, that's elite.
He just missed the first one, did he not?
He did. You're welcome.
Yeah. In the last game, Dior Johnson scored 33 points versus Abilene Christian, went 15 of 15 for the free throw line. That's his first miss in 16 attempts. He doesn't miss the second. 3-point ball game, 20-17. Southern Utah leads. Farrow inbounds to Duval, and they give back to Farrow for an easy trip up across the timeline. Tarleton State stays in a man-to-man defense. Vrabel defending out on Farrow, who crosses over to his right, then back to his left, kicks left corner. Johnson can't find space, drives in, ball stripped away. The way the ball came out looked clear. It should have been a foul, but no foul called. And Tarleton State pushes to the other end. Douglas misses from the left wing. Farrow, the Thunderbird board. Farrow across the timeline, kicks right side. Jones open three. Rock Lee sets the screen. Jones capitalizes, and Southern Utah leads 23-17.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Jones' first triple of the night. He's a 33% three-point shooter and averages 10 points per game. Thunderbirds up 23-17, just over 10 minutes left in the first half. Johnson asks for a screen, goes away from it, splits defenders, drives to the hole, and lays it in with the right hand.
This kid can ball.
You see why he's averaging 24 a game. He's got 9, make it 11 tonight. Farrow drives in, kicks back out. Another open three. Jones can't get it. Farrow the offensive board. Back out to Hayhurst. He drives, draws the D, then kicks through Rock Lee in the corner. Back out to Farrow. Extra pass. Jones dribbles left, gets into the lane, kicks left corner to Rock Lee for the three. Lots of extra passes, and Lee knocks it down. 26-19. Thunderbirds up 7.
This is beautiful team basketball, Ryan. Beautiful.
6 assists tonight already for Southern Utah. They average 14 a game. They'd like to get at least to that again tonight. Douglas around the top of the arc. 9:23 left first half, and a foul away from the ball. Duval, the guilty party.
I did not like that one. The referee, I understand, couldn't see it, but Johnson had Duval's arm hooked right around him as they were going there, so it looks like Duval's holding on to him, but really, that was Johnson just playing it smart, keeping his hands tight.
Dynamic individual, Dior Johnson. And that gives Duval his first personal foul. He heads for the bench for the moment. No, his second personal foul, and Tarleton State will inbound with 9:23 left and a 20-second shot clock. Inbound to Johnson. The pass was off target, but he chases it down on the sideline. A little bit of penetration and kicks it back out to Dormu. Dribbles left, then up top. McDowell tries to find space. Double team comes out to Dormu. Deep triple from the left wing, no short. Abelar contesting, and Lee with the Thunderbird rebound. Rock tries to drive, finds a little space, draws contact, misses with the left, but the foul, I think, was on the floor.
And if he would have had his head up, Dylan Jones was cutting wide open underneath the basket there. Could have been an easy 2, but can't blame him trying to get his own.
Abelar, Jones, Farrow, Hayhurst, and Lee on the floor for Southern Utah. Thunderbirds lead by 7 with exactly 9 minutes left to play. Lee heads for the bench as Isaiah Cottrell checks in. Cottrell, 4 points tonight, including a pair from the free throw line. Abelar looking to inbound and has to fire it out up top to Farrow, and Dior Johnson going for the strip, takes it or gets the arm of Dylan Jones and commits the foul.
Coach Cyprian not happy with that foul. That was one that could have easily been avoided.
Johnson, I think, saw daylight to the other end of the court if he could have gotten the steal and thought that's what he had. Abelar to the left wing. Thunderbirds give to Cottrell way out high, post lobs into the middle, but straight into the hands of Cam McDowell. Easiest takeaway he's had all season. McDowell dribbles up to the right baseline, then back outside and kicks it up top. Logo spot for Johnson. Heads downhill and draws the foul. Jaden Farrow picks up his first personal. Thunderbird 6th team foul with 8:36 left first half. Thunderbirds on top 26-19. SUU 6 of 11 from 3-point range so far tonight. Tarleton State 2 of 4. Johnson looking for space, gets down to the right baseline, fades and hits.
Oh my goodness, Ryan. That was disgusting.
About a 12-foot jumper from the right baseline and just nothing but net. Abelar dribbles to his right, finds a little space, draws contact, misses off the window just a bit too strong, but earns a trip to the line.
Ryan, do you understand right now? This game would be 26-10. You subtract Dior Johnson. That's his production off the bench.
Well, it's 26-21. He's got 13.
Yeah.
27-8.
Yeah.
It would be without him off the bench. Abelar, 75% free throw shooter, cashes in on the first, and SUU leads by 6. 8:12 left first half. Abelar hits the second as well. He's got 2 points. Southern Utah 4 for 4 from the line so far tonight. They lead by 7. 28-21. Thunderbirds on top. Douglas dribbles to his left. No, that was Mazzell, and dished it off. A 3-man weave. They give to McDowell, and Cottrell tries to draw what would have been a third charge of the night, but instead a blocking foul will send Tarleton State to the free throw line after this timeout. 7:53 left first half. Southern Utah leads 28-21 on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
With food that's made from scratch and fresh to order, Hermes Drive-In has options that every member of your family will enjoy. From your favorite burgers and fries to sandwiches, drinks, shakes, and more. Hermes is centrally located and easy to find at 294 North Main Street, just north of the City Park. Serving you and our community for more than 45 years, Hermes Drive-In is a proud sponsor of our students and athletes.
You want a job that makes a difference in the world. So join the Chrysalis team. Chrysalis is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have flexible schedules for everyone. College student? No problem. Extra job? You got it. But what if you're looking for a career path? Absolutely. Chrysalis has mornings, days, and grave shifts available. Get paid to have fun, go to movies, share your talents, and make a difference. At Chrysalis, you are a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Apply online at chrysalis.care.
Laundry made easy with the Main Street Washateria, preferred laundromat of SU Athletics. Main Street Washateria is clean, relaxing, and they have free Wi-Fi, so you can get work done while your clothes get clean. Or drop your clothes off and let us do the work for you. Main Street Washateria, making laundry stress-free in Cedar City. Southern Utah up 28-21, 7:53 left in the first half.
Tarleton's doing a lot of really good things. They've subbed in 12 different players that have seen time tonight. Only one has more than 2 points. That's Dior Johnson with 13 off the bench. His play has just been absolutely incredible. It would be a 20-point ball game without his contribution.
Cam McDowell will try to change that. Of course, he's at the free throw line. He has not scored yet tonight. He's a 93% free throw shooter. 42 of 45 from the line this season. Those are some nice kicks he has, Preston.
Yeah, he does have some nice purple Sabrina Inescu's. That's probably because he forgot his shoes today, and so they had to come into the old store, and should I have given him a pair of shoes? I don't know, but he's got a pair of shoes on that I've seen before.
He misses a free throw for just the 4th time this season. Fight for the rebound on the floor. A jump ball, McDowell and Barclay tied up.
It's the shoes.
What did you put something in those shoes to cause a missed free throw tonight?
You never know. I got a little something up my sleeve.
Abelar, Farrow, Barclay, Jones, and Hayhurst on the floor. Tanner Hayhurst hit a couple early threes to put Southern Utah on top. He's still just 2 for 2. He hasn't attempted a shot since hitting his first 2 3-point buckets. Inbound to Farrow. Tarleton State with some full court pressure. Kelly the 4th on Farrow. Jaden gets a crossover dribble behind the back across the timeline to move it across midcourt. Bounce up top, and pressure too high by Chris Mpaka. Fouls Barclay. It's 7th team foul, and Barclay will go to the line.
Kelly the 4th there guarding. Number 12 in the nation in steals with 42. This guy is one of the reasons they forced the most turnovers in the NCAA.
Just got a little too much contact on Barclay, who goes to the line, a 67% free throw shooter. The freshman from Harriman, Utah. On a 1-and-1, hits the front end. Barclay, in his first 4 games, averaged 8.5 points, but then over the next 11, just 3.5 points. But he's had a good couple of last games, and he's averaging 8 points per in his last 2. Misses the 2nd free throw off the back iron. Rebound Tarleton State. Mazel gives it right wing to Kelly the 4th. He dribbles right. Floater over Farrow, misses 2 strong. Offensive board, putback is up and in. Kaya Isaac from New Zealand, his first bucket. Thunderbirds push quickly the other way. Jones reverses and misses with the left hand on the fast break opportunity.
Should have taken that up strong.
29-24, Thunderbirds lead. McDowell wanted the 3. He's not open. Instead gives to Isaac, and they bounce it inside to Owens. His pass across the lane, deflected and picked off by Southern Utah. Jones lobs left wing to Abelar. 6:50 left, first half. Hayhurst dribbles to his left, back to his right, gets inside, hooks it up with the right, misses. Farrow rebound out to Jones, left wing triple, yes! Dylan Jones is 2 of 4 from 3-point land, and the Thunderbirds lead by 8. 32-24, 6.5 left in the first. Quick passes, and they get it out right wing to McDowell. Wanted the 3, but Jones is there. Instead, he slices his way and hops to the basket and lays it in with the right hand. Just worked his way right around the defenders and in there. 32-26, Southern Utah up by 6. Abelar work it around left corner to Barclay. Farrow posted up, but help defense was there. Hayhurst launches the 3 and misses short. Farrow the offensive board. He leads the team in offensive rebounds. To Hayhurst in the post. Tries to back in, then back out. Jones deep, 3 left wing. Yes, hey! Dylan Jones. He's feeling it. He's 3 for 5, has 2 in a row, and SUU leads by 9.
Just like the stock market, he's up and down. Dow Jones making it happen tonight.
Left wing, Kelly the 4th. Back up top to Mazel. And a steal, Dylan Jones. He'll take on Mazel, who reaches in and commits the foul. That'll put Jones at the free throw line with 5:32 left in this first half. Maybe not a bad foul by Mazel. His 2nd personal foul, and Jones at the free throw line. This will be just his 11th and possibly 12th free throws of the season. Timeout on the floor. And it looks like this is a 30-second coach's timeout, so we'll keep it right here tonight. Let's take a look at SUU women tonight at Tarleton State, and they're down 44-29 as they start 3rd quarter action. They pushed back in, got it close midway through the 2nd quarter, but Tarleton State pulls back away. The Texans just 1-3 in the WAC. Southern Utah 3-1 on the women's side. Got your halftime show coming up. We invite you to stay tuned for that. Preston, anything else you're noticing? Southern Utah, they've come out hot. They're shooting the ball well. They not too different from what they did in the first half against UT Arlington.
Yeah, one of the keys to the game, we said they got to limit turnovers. Right now, only 4 turnovers. On the flip side of that, 14 points off turnovers. They're playing the team who's number 1 in the country in points off turnovers. Right now, they've doubled them, 7-14. So they're playing incredibly well. They're being smart with the ball. They've had a couple of bad passes, but besides that, they've played a really clean game.
Shows you how well Thunderbirds can take care of the ball. Tarleton State, on average, forces 19 turnovers a game. I love that number for Southern Utah so far, just 4. Is there any wood nearby? Got a knock on some. There's not. Oh boy.
Well, they say I got a thick skull.
Yeah.
That could work.
We'll count it. Jones hits the free throw.
Some say hollow even.
Does your wife say that?
Occasionally. When she's mad.
Yeah, when you forget to do the dishes or the plans for the weekend.
Exactly.
37-26. Jones cashes in on both free throws, and Dillon already with 10 points, make it 11 on that second free throw. Three-pointer top of the key, misses short, and SUU with the rebound. That was Tanner Hayhurst. Owens missed the 3. Hayhurst pushes up court, dishes to Abelar in the left wing, behind the back dribble, then to Hayhurst and back to Abelar. Jones dribbles the right. Abelar and Kai Burdick were the only 2 Thunderbirds that played against Tarleton State last year. Shot clock down to 10. Abelar drives in, kicks left corner to Barclay, who makes a fake, drives in, hangs, scoops, and drops it in. What a play by Barclay.
Beautiful fake on the 3-point line to set up the wide open lane for him to get the up and under.
Barclay with a potential play of the game lays it in on the up and under to put Southern Utah up by 13, 39-26. Drive and a finish on the right side. Was that Johnson?
That was indeed, and Abelar is on the ground.
Abelar went down, and he just indicated a couple times, I need a timeout. I'm not getting up quick from this. No indication or kind of hints at what's going on. We'll hope that he's okay.
He did get bulldozed by Johnson as he was running down, and crowd, and rightfully so, wanted a charge, but ref's telling him he's got to get out.
We didn't get a foul either way, neither a charge nor a blocking foul. So Abelar heads off, and it looks like Rock Johnson will head in. Or sorry, Johnson, I don't know where I got that. Rock Lee will check into the game and gets the inbound pass, bounces back to Farrow. 39-28, Southern Utah with the lead. Farrow dribbles to the right wing. Fires across to Barclay. The top of the key, looked inside, nothing there. Instead gives to Rock Lee at the top of the key. Shot clock already down to 10 as he hands to Hayhurst. Cutting in, nothing doing. Back out to Barclay on the right wing. 6 in the post, 5, 4 on the shot clock, and a pass across the lane. Lost control by Dillon Jones and out of bounds. And Abelar right back in. 3:58 left in this first half. Southern Utah up by 11, 39-28 over Tarleton State. On Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Kabuto, Southern Utah's #1 sushi and ramen restaurant. Make sure to stop in, students, Monday through Friday, 11 to 3 p.m. for student specials. Follow us at Kabuto, Utah for special events and giveaways.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug offer the service of a local pharmacy with a personal touch. Traditional quality service with modern-day conveniences. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off North Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main. Both have trained pharmacists to take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are happy to serve you and to support our local athletes.
Bullock Drug strives to be the very best pharmacy in Cedar City. We want you to be a part of our team. As a valued customer and patient, we will provide you with the best professional pharmacy service. Join with us and be a part of our team. Bullock Drug, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Transport and Logistics Department.
Discover adventure in every season. Visit Cedar City for vibrant festivals, Red Rock hikes, and a thriving arts scene. Then head up the mountain to Bryan Head for world-class skiing, biking, and cool alpine escapes. Come for the views, stay for the experience. Visit Cedar City, Bryan Head. 39-28, Thunderbirds on top. So far, 8 of 14 from three-point range. And they're up 11. Kelly the fourth. And a pass from Vrabel to the right corner. Dior Johnson had cut right as Vrabel made the pass, and he throws it out of bounds. 7th turnover of the game for Tarleton State.
Now, that was just silly. He thought Coach Rob Jeter was in the game and tried to give him a pass. And now Rob Jeter, he's probably still got it in him to hoop a little bit, but not playing for the purple and white tonight.
Abelar, Barclay, Farrow, Jones, and Hayhurst on the floor. Barclay at the top of the key, fakes a shot. He's a good three-point shooter. Instead gives to Jones left wing, and Jones hits again. Dylan Jones, 4 of 6 from three-point land, has 14 points.
Oh, buy your stocks now. They're going up.
42-28. Thunderbirds up by 14. Dior Johnson on the left wing into the lane, stops, pops, and drops it. Johnson has 15. Make it 17 with that bucket. 42-30. Thunderbirds up 12. Abelar in the lane, draws contact and the foul. Dormu tried to put his hands up straight after the whistle to say it wasn't me or I didn't commit the foul, but Abelar to the line with 3:03 left first half.
Big energy guy. That's what Abelar is. This guy gets in there and just makes electric plays. He's not going to be the guy who's the lead scorer typically, but he gets in there and makes things happen.
Hits the first free throw. Last year in the loss against Tarleton State, Abelar had 5 points, a rebound, and an assist. In the win over Tarleton State, didn't score but had a couple of assists in just 5 minutes of game time. Misses the second free throw, but a lane violation will give the ball to Tarleton. No, give Southern Utah another free throw.
Yeah, I think all 6 jerseys were in the paint on that one.
Abelar, a 75% free throw shooter, hit the first, missed the second, misses the third short, and Farrow goes through Vrabel to try and get the rebound, called for an over the back. Farrow's second personal. So Farrow with 2, Duval with 2, and that'll put Farrow on the bench with probably the final 3:02 so he doesn't pick up a third. Farrow a little quiet so far tonight, 6 points, but 7 rebounds. That's maybe he's quiet in my mind. He hasn't been quiet at all, really. Matthias Vrabel at the free throw line. He's only attempted 3 free throws this season. He hit 2 of them. He misses his 4th attempt, and it's off the back iron. Southern Utah rebound, but Barclay's pass, outlet pass to Abelar is deflected, taken away. Johnson slices through the lane. Boy, he just looks out of control, but somehow stays in control. He gets the basket and the foul. To the line he goes.
Some guys just have it, Ryan, and it's not something you can teach. Johnson just has it.
Boy, and he gets Abelar moving to his right. Abelar overcommits just an inch to his own left, and that gives Johnson the space he needs to cross over behind his back to his left and cut down the lane for the layup.
This is a guy that has a ton of experience, still got more to go. He's just so good with the basketball.
Incredibly impressive. Johnson, 8 of 9 from the floor. His shooting splits this season. He's shooting 57% field goal, 56% three-point, and 84% free throw. He hits the free throw, and it's a 10-point game. He has 19. Abelar to Barclay at the top of the key. Bounces and dribbles to his left, then backs in to his left. Ball stripped away by McDowell, saved off of Barclay and out of bounds. Barclay looking at his arm and wrist saying, hey, I got hit. I don't know what else I can do.
Yeah, I could see that from here, but you know what? Maybe my vision's just not right. Maybe the refs have something a little different.
They do have different angles than we do. 43-33, Thunderbirds up 10, 2.5 left first half, and a drive dish. Johnson misses one, an easy layup. Dormu set him up. Jones the other direction, stops and misses the 3 from the left wing. Hayhurst tips the rebound up off the rim and then into the hands of Tarleton State. Dormu attacking on the other end, misses short on the layup. Barclay the rebound, quickly to Abelar with 2 minutes left in the first half. Thunderbirds give it to Rock Lee and then inside and stolen away. The pass was too late. McDowell the easy steal to Johnson all the way to the hole, misses, and a foul on the rebound. Lee had position and fighting for the board. Leroy Kelly IV commits the foul.
You can see every single coach up on their feet for the Thunderbirds right now. Slow down, calm down. They are just running right now, but there's no need to.
We were hyping up the Thunderbirds with just 4 turnovers, but since that point, they've turned it over 4 more times. They're at 8 total, but still lead by 10, 43-33, and Rock Lee heads to the free throw line.
And this is a team that's averaging about 75 points a game. That's giving you about 37.5 per half here. They're already at 43. They're higher than, they're on pace to score more than they usually do. This is a good sign for T-Bird fans.
Lee, a 68% free throw shooter. Swishes the first. Southern Utah is a team 9 of 11 so far tonight at the line. Lee from Atlanta, Georgia, started his college career at Long Island University and hits the second free throw. The sophomore has 5 points tonight. Southern Utah leads by 12. McDowell playing downhill, loses his footing, avoids the travel but throws it away. Hayhurst lobbing inside, looking for Duval, who had stopped on the baseline and steps out of bounds as he tries to save it.
Staff up again. Guys, calm down. There's no need to push the agenda. You're playing good right now. Stay in rhythm. Just calm down. Make the good passes.
Into the game comes Zeppelin Kidd. To the left wing, Kelly IV hits the 3. Quick bucket for Tarleton State. 1:30 left first half. Southern Utah's lead into single digits, 45-36. Abelar across the timeline. Kidd comes out to set the screen. Then to the left corner, Hayhurst looking for space. Got around his defender who committed a foul, and Hayhurst will go to the line.
I'm liking the new shoes for the Thunderbirds. They all got on the Donovan Mitchell Don issue 5s tonight. Kind of a hot orange, neon orange color. I'm digging those.
There's enough red in there to almost say, I almost think it's Thunderbird red, almost. Hayhurst hits the first free throw. He's an 87% or 85% free throw shooter. Thunderbirds lead again by 10. They've gotten to the line plenty of times tonight. That's 11 of 13. Hayhurst makes it 12 of 14 as he swishes it through. That's 85% from the line tonight for Southern Utah. They lead by 11, 1:15 left in the first. Dormu dribbles right, gives to McDowell, jab step, then pulls up and hits the 3 deep from the right wing. Back to an 8-point game, 47-39. Thunderbirds, Hayhurst hit an early 3 to put them on top. They've led so far the entire first half. Lee left wing, open 3, yes! Rock Lee buries it. 50-39, SUU back up by 11 with under a minute to play in the first half. McDowell defended by Lee, dribbles to his right, double team comes, he kicks left corner, and the 3 by Isaac, yes, back iron and down through.
They got to slow down this 3-point shooting. Can't let them get hot.
Tarleton State now 4 of 7 from 3-point range. Abelar across the timeline, 4-second difference between shot and game clock. Stats update, and Tarleton State is actually 5 of 8 from the 3-point line. Abelar finds Jones all alone inside. Easy layup for Jones, who has 16. Defense got confused and just left Jones all by himself right under the hoop. 10-point Thunderbird lead with 6-5-4. Dormu dribbles to his left, drives through, he splits defenders, lays it in just before the buzzer. And at the half, Southern Utah's lead is 8, 52-44. Dormu has 4 points, but it's Dior Johnson with 20. The Thunderbirds, Dylan Jones has 16, and SUU scores 52 first half points, Preston.
Yeah, it's really impressive. The Thunderbirds, though, let's talk their assist totals right now, averaging 14 a game like you talked about. At 12 already, they are sharing the ball. They look like they're at the Toyota Share the Love event. Everybody's getting involved here. Everybody's knocking down shots. It's beautiful to see.
Your Chrysalis halftime show coming up when we return. Thunderbirds up 52-44 at the half. More Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Are you hungry for the usual today? Or are you craving something uncommonly delicious like the meaty masterpiece, the Hook and Ladder Sub from Firehouse Subs? They start by piling it high with freshly sliced smoked turkey breast and Virginia honey ham. Oh, then they top it with melted Monterey Jack and serve it hot in a toasted roll. Save time by ordering your Hook and Ladder with the Firehouse Subs app today, downtown Cedar City. It's Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are here for you, the Cedar City community. With expert pharmacists on site, Township and Bullock can help you take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Both locations offer curbside service for your convenience. Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main Street, while Township Pharmacy is near the hospital just off Main Street. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug, grateful and proud supporters of our local students and athletes.
52-44 at the half. It's time for your Chrysalis halftime show. You're listening to the halftime show. And Chrysalis in Cedar City, if you're looking for a rewarding job opportunity where you can make a real difference, Chrysalis is hiring. Join a team that supports individuals with disabilities and helps build stronger communities. Apply today and start a career that truly matters with Chrysalis. And the Chrysalis teams playing their halftime basketball game tonight here at the America First Event Center. Southern Utah, a hot first half. They go 10 of 17 from three-point range. That's 59%. And the Thunderbirds lead at Tarleton State by 8 at the half.
Yeah, this is a team that shot like 35-ish% total for the season from three-point land. And they've really improved here tonight, this home crowd. There's just something about being at home, Ryan. You just feel comfortable. You feel locked in. You've had since last Saturday to get right, get back here, get in the rhythm. And they're playing great ball right now.
Dylan Jones with 16 points. He's 4 of 7 from three-point range. Tanner Hayhurst 2 for 3. Brock Lee 2 for 4. Jaden Farrow 2 for 2. That's a lot of made threes tonight for Southern Utah. They're also 12 of 14 from the free throw line, so they're getting it done in a lot of different ways. And you mentioned the 12 assists in that first half. Love the way they're sharing the ball.
No, they absolutely are. They're playing great. Everybody's getting involved. They're making good passes. Now, we talked about the turnovers. They had 4. They since doubled that. But they're trying to work the ball around. It's been a big emphasis for this team. Undoubtedly, they've improved significantly, but there's still room to improve.
Speaking of room to improve, anything they can do to try to slow down Dior Johnson a little better. He's 8 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 2 from three-point range, 20 points coming off the bench.
Yeah, which is insane. You talk about these guys. This is a game right now. You take away his production, they're really not getting anything else from anybody. McDowell's the only other player with more than 5 points. Isaac also has 5 points, but they're really just a one-headed monster right now, and it's Dior Johnson. But we knew coming into this that this guy could score. This is the guy in the state of New York, fastest dude to ever hit 1,000 high school points. I don't know exactly how he did it because he played for 5 different high schools, I believe, in that time. Don't ask me how that's possible. No idea. 14 teams you've talked about. He's had some struggles. He's been a bit of a hothead, but he's also talked about his route. He went the JUCO route after taking a leave of absence from basketball, after getting kicked out of Pitt, and he said that's one of the hardest things that he's ever done. That JUCO level is just not the same as D1 level, and that's kind of made him a better basketball player, and it's shown through so far.
Again, 20 points in that first half. U.S. Bank is proud to sponsor the SUU Thunderbirds. Stop by our U.S. Bank branch in Cedar City for all your banking needs. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. 52-44 at the half. The Thunderbirds with the lead over the Texans of Tarleton State. Southern Utah's lost 3 in a row to Tarleton State. They're going to have a good second half to stay on top. We'll look at what they can do to stay on top as we get to the second half and more of your Chrysalis halftime show when we return on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Here at Culver's, we're known for our fresh, delicious food. What most of you don't know is for the last several years, we've been training Southern Utah's most elite basketball players. Sometimes they need instruction, and that's where I step in. Practice makes perfect, but we demand perfection.
Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is Cedar City's original hometown dealership. Family owned and serving the area since 1931. Obviously, they're doing several things right. Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is your full service dealership. Sales, service, body shop, detail shop, and their service department stands behind what they sell. And what they sell is a large selection of new and GM certified used vehicles. It's Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick, 360 North Main.
Brad's Food Hut is your go-to family-owned traditional fixture in Cedar City. Brad's has options for everyone with burgers, chicken sandwiches, fish and chips, soft drinks, shakes, and more. Want to grab your food on the go? You can call ahead and they'll have your order ready for you at 586-6358. That's 586-6358 for Brad's Food Hut at 546 North Main Street in Cedar City. Brad's Food Hut is proud to support our local athletes and students.
Visit Cedar City. Brian Head is thrilled to welcome you to Cedar City, your ultimate base camp for adventure and sports. As you enjoy the game, be sure to take a victory lap through everything our area has to offer. As the gateway to Bryce and Zion National Parks, you can explore our charming downtown, fuel up at incredible local restaurants, and stretch your legs on scenic trails at Kolob Canyons or Thunderbird Gardens. Let the games begin and let the fun continue in Cedar City, Utah. Go to visitcedarcity.com to plan your next trip.
Welcome back to the Chrysalis halftime show. Chrysalis is hiring, and they have rewarding job opportunities where you can make a real difference. Apply today, start a career that truly matters with Chrysalis. SkyWest Airlines is a proud sponsor of SUU Athletics. SkyWest is the world's largest regional airline and has been a part of the Southern Utah community for more than 50 years. No matter where you want to go, our 2 daily Delta Connection flights from Cedar City to Salt Lake make it easy to get there. Fly local from Cedar City, and with one connection, you can reach hundreds of destinations on Delta's global network. At the half, the Southern Utah's men lead Tarleton State 52-44. Tarleton came in at 2-2 in the WAC, 11-6 overall. Southern Utah 0-4 in the WAC and 4-13 overall with a 1-13 record versus Division I opponents. That one win came at the Bennett Invitational, or the Urban Bennett Invitational. They beat Stetson 70-68. This first half for Southern Utah, they got to be feeling good here, like in the locker room, talking about, hey, so many good things. How do they keep that going?
They got to keep their energy up, and you saw it from all the coaching staff. They got to just calm down. At the end, they got really, really rushed, which is not what you need to do. You've got a 10-point lead. They kind of lost that a little bit there, but they still got a lead. They got to do what you've been doing well. They got sloppy at the end. We talked about how they went from 4 turnovers to 9. I mean, they just started getting sloppy. They got to calm down and just do what they started off the game doing.
Southern Utah again with the lead, 52-44. 12 assists in that first half. They also out-rebounded Tarleton State. 16-15 total. And here's an interesting note. Tarleton State is 9-0 this season when they lead at the half. They're just 2-6 when they trail at the half. But Southern Utah had a not too different lead. It wasn't quite as high of a score, but they had a lead over UT Arlington the last home game on the 3rd of January and then lost that game 86-77. They just couldn't keep up that hot shooting. So the shooting, they've got to be good on shooting, but the defense has to stay where it's at or maybe even get better in the second half, I'd say.
Yeah, and to add on to that, against the Thunderbirds, they're 3-0 in the series when they score more than 70 points. They're on pace to do that. However, they're 4-0 when SU scores under 70 points. Thunderbirds on pace for a 104. So we'll see what happens here tonight.
Quick look at the WAC scoreboard tonight in men's ball. California Baptist leads big at Abilene Christian. 12 minutes left in the second half, 60-37. And Utah Tech trails at home against UT Arlington midway through the first, 21-14. In women's games, Abilene Christian got the win at California Baptist, 70-58. That hands California Baptist its first WAC loss. And Utah Tech trails UT Arlington 64-56. It looks like that game just went final. UT Arlington gets its first win in the WAC, and Southern Utah struggling tonight at Tarleton State. They're down 65-45 with 7:45 left in the fourth quarter. This is the Chrysalis halftime show. Bullock's is more than just a pharmacy. Stop in for a handcrafted soda, sweet treats, and everything else that Bullock's has to offer in downtown Cedar City. Bullock Drug, a proud supporter of SUU Athletics. Second half action coming up. Thunderbirds up 52-44 over Tarleton State. And we've got your second half when we return on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Retro Fitness, the official partner of SUU Athletics, is the largest premium health club in Cedar City. Retro Fitness offers a full range of services, including functional fitness training, group fitness classes, hot yoga, personal training, saunas, tanning, a smoothie bar, and the best kids club around. Mention this ad for a free 3-day trial pass. Go retro at Retro Fitness, 929 South Main Street in Cedar City, or visit them online at retrofitness.com.
In our 150th year of service, everywhere you look, Zions Bank people are ready to work hard for you.
We're here and ready to go.
Wherever you are, we're right there with you. We will help make it simple and easier.
We have all the big bank services delivered locally.
Isn't it time to see how 150 years of experience can work for you?
Zions Bank.
We are here to help right now.
We want to serve you.
Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
Career high is 25. 52-44 at the half. Welcome back to the Chrysalis halftime show. No car, no problem. St. George Shuttle has you covered with reliable rides from Cedar City down to Vegas, up to Salt Lake, and everywhere in between. Check out St. George Shuttle today. On time, every time. One concern I can't imagine the Thunderbirds didn't address in the locker room was we got to slow down or make things more difficult for Dior Johnson. 20 points, you're not blown away by that point output, but he's 8 of 11 from the floor. You got to make things more difficult. That 8 of 11, that's a super high percentage.
No, and he's just one of those guys that has that it factor. It's incredibly hard to guard, but he gets his arm out, his off arm, just enough to help him create some space without being a push-off. He's just got that pro-level mentality, that pro mindset of being able to score the ball and create space for himself, even when there is nothing. It's just an elite quality that those guys like Kevin Durant have, DeMar DeRozan. They just know how to create space and create looks for themselves, and that's something that Dior Johnson does so incredibly well.
Last year, as he played for Clarendon College, and in a game against Howard, he scored 58 points. I don't know if I've scored 58 points in all of my my basketball career, including church ball and everything.
Same here.
52-44, Thunderbirds with the lead at the half. Tarleton State, 21,000 students enrolled there. They were founded in 1899 as John Tarleton College. In their 6th season of playing Division I basketball, located in Stevensville, Texas. This is interesting. The population of Stephenville, just under 22,000. enrollment just over 21,000. So the student population just about equal to the actual permanent population of Stephenville, Texas. Elevation there, 1,342 feet. Of course, here at Southern Utah University, we're at 5846. So Tarleton State, they've come up about 4,500 feet to play here in the America First Event Center. Southern Utah, with the fall enrollment of 15,825, was founded in 1897 as Branch Agricultural College and moved to Division I in fall of 1993. Population Cedar City, 37,000. Southern Utah, of course, made the NCAA tournament following the 2001 season. They won the Mid-Continent Conference tournament. I think they finished third in the regular season, but then won the tournament and faced Boston College in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Southern Utah was a 14 seed against number 3 Boston College, lost 68-65 in their only appearance in the NCAA tournament.
How about this, Ryan? This team averages 17 fast break points a game. You know how many they have tonight?
I don't.
A whopping donut. A big old 0.
0. Southern Utah controlling the tempo, controlling the pace, and they lead 52-44. Tarleton State has it to start second half action. Thunderbirds send out Duval, Hayhurst, Cottrell, Farrow, and Jones, the starting 5. To the left corner, and Isaac. Then they kick it around to Kelly. He gets past the defense and fires inside. Easy bucket for Chris Mpaka. Thunderbirds overextended themselves trying to defend the three-point line. Farrow to the other end, gets a push and dishes off to Cottrell across the lane. Isaiah works his magic, puts up a sky hook with the left and hits. Cottrell has 6 tonight. 54-46. Southern Utah's lead is 8 to the left corner. Good closeout by Farrow to prevent a three-point shot by Dior Johnson. Instead, he gives inside to Mpaka. Strong move up with the right hand and in. Up court, the long pass for Dylan Jones. Johnson goes for the steal. It deflects into the head of a fan sitting courtside. She looks to be all right. She didn't have popcorn in her hand, so we don't have a mess of popcorn anywhere.
That's nice. Do you remember the flood of last year?
Yeah. The water?
Yeah.
Was it in the, the Thunderbird water jug? They've got the water jug in a different spot now because of that. Duval slices, splits a couple defenders, and lays it in with the right hand. He's been a little quiet tonight, but has 4 points. 56-48, Southern Utah up by 8 with 18:45 left to play. Johnson, left corner, 3. Farrow had a hand in his face, but Johnson not worried about it, hits it.
Looks like Top Gun Maverick when he did that inverted U over the top of the mountain. 0 space, perfect execution. Beautiful shot.
He was inverted.
He was.
56-51, Thunderbirds up 5. Farrow to the left wing, dribbles to his right, working on Isaac. Nothing there, out to Cottrell for 3. No, back iron. Farrow tips the rebound high, and Jones has it for Southern Utah. Over to Jones on the left wing, and he just misses short. Cottrell fighting for the rebound, gets pushed in the back and draws the foul.
Cottrell, another guy similar to Johnson that's spent some time at some big-name schools. Obviously, Big 12 team, West Virginia, was at UNLV as well. So both these guys have a lot of really good, wealthy experience.
Duval looks to inbound. He goes in the middle. Cottrell spins into the lane, and Mazzell comes over and reaches in, commits the foul. Mazzell's 3rd and a second team foul already against Tarleton State. 18:09 left in the second. So Duval lobs into Cottrell out the top left of the key. Handoff back to Duval. 15 on the shot clock. He tries to find some space, then bounces to Cottrell. Double team is there, back outside. Duval, top of the key 3, back iron, and no. Mpaka, good box out, has the board for Tarleton State. Johnson starts right, crosses over back to his left. Duval doesn't like the call, but it's a foul on him.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the referee here. He got a little bit of the 5-finger death punch to the face there as he drove in. A little face high five. Nothing serious, but a little tap.
One thing that makes Johnson so tough is he's always attacking. Hits the first free throw and has another one. 4-point ball game, 56-52. Thunderbirds with the lead. Hayhurst got the scoring started, and Thunderbirds have led the entire way so far. Second free throw for Johnson rattles in. Abelar into the game, so you've got Farrow, Cottrell, Abelar, Jones, and Hayhurst on the floor. Cottrell brings it up across the timeline rather than Farrow this time. Backdoor pass to Farrow. He goes to the hole and gets called for the charge. Good spot by Mazzell to get in there and draw the charge.
I'm no weatherologist, Ryan, but this lead seems to have evaporated.
You don't need to be a weatherologist to recognize that. It's a 3-point lead. Tarleton State got to within 3 earlier tonight. Mpaka drives and misses with the right hand. Farrow the rebound for Southern Utah. Good drive by Mpaka, but he just couldn't quite finish. Cottrell posted up, and Farrow doesn't want to risk the pass inside. Instead gives to Abelar. Toward his left, then back to his right to Jones in the corner. Bounce into Cottrell. Working in, backing in on Mpaka. Fakes the shot, then skies it up with the right hand. Misses over the top, but was fouled, and Cottrell heads for the line.
Cottrell, a guy that also played at one of the most prestigious high schools in the country, Bishop Gorman, out in Las Vegas, was also teammates with assistant coach and grad assistant Braden Lamar, as well as Rob Jeter Jr.
Cottrell's first free throw, back iron and in. A 72% free throw shooter. Isaiah Cottrell has 7 points tonight. One more free throw coming. And back iron, no good. Rebound, couple Texans fight for it, but Johnson comes up with it on the baseline. He gives off to Mazzell to cross the timeline. They take their time, not too worried. Down by 4, 16.5 minutes left. Johnson drives and lays it in. Just gets around the defender so quickly. Pretty easy layup. At least he makes it look easy.
Such good body control.
2-point ball game. Southern Utah on top. Hayhurst drives baseline, uses his body to keep Isaac just off of him enough to lay it up and in. Thought he was fouled?
A little bit.
Hayhurst with 10 points. 2 for 3 from beyond the arc, and 2 free throws as well as 3 rebounds, 3 assists. 59-55, Thunderbirds up by 4. Johnson gets the pass at the top, dribbles all the way down to the left baseline and misses short. Rebound, Thunderbirds tip it, and Hayhurst has it. 16 minutes left to play. Hayhurst dribbles across the timeline and gives to Abelar. Tarleton State does not want Southern Utah to set up in its regular offense. They're preventing the point guard from bringing it across midcourt. Abelar finds some room to his left. Mazzell commits the foul, and Abelar goes to the line. 15:50 left, second half. Thunderbirds up by 4, 59-55 on Thunder 91. Back in a minute. This is the under 16 media timeout. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
When it comes to smiles, Thunderbird fans know who to trust: Webster Orthodontics, the preferred orthodontist of SUU Athletics. They're the reason Thor the Thunderbird has that beautiful game day grin, and they can do the same for you. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, Webster Ortho provides personalized care and outstanding results, proudly supporting SUU Athletics and our community. Visit WebsterSmiles.com today to schedule your consultation. Webster Orthodontics. Show off that Thunderbird smile. Ernie's is more than just a gas stop. It's your one-stop spot for fuel, fresh food, and friendly service. With locations across southern Utah, including one right here in Cedar City, Ernie's makes it easy to fill up and fuel up. Don't forget, Ernie's is home of the world-famous chicken strips, a local favorite that keeps fans coming back. Proudly supporting SUU Athletics and proudly serving our community. Stop by Ernie's in Cedar City today.
The second half tonight is brought to you by Safari Hospitality, proud supporter of Southern Utah basketball. With hotels like the Courtyard Marriott, Hampton Inn, and Spring Hill Suites, you'll find comfort and quality just minutes from campus. Thanks to Safari Hospitality for supporting Thunderbird basketball. SUU leads 59-55. 15:50 left in the second half.
16 fouls committed by the Texans today. They average about 20 a game. They seem to be playing a lot more physical here in the second half, trying to itch their way to the lead here. They've only led for 11 seconds this game. SU's dominated the time of possession with the lead anyways. For 23 minutes, they spent 34 seconds tied, but they really just haven't got out yet.
Abelar hits the first free throw. 60-55, Southern Utah leads. SUU, and Abelar hits the second free throw, 61-55. Johnson and Tarleton State attacking left to right from our view in this second half. Johnson follows the screen, gets downhill, lays it up and in, and a late whistle will put him at the free throw line as well.
I'm curious of what his vertical is, because he just looks like he's just levitating. He might be Dua Lipa just levitating out there all the way to the rim. It's impressive, really.
So he heads to the line. Barclay, I believe, got called for the foul, his first. Johnson at the free throw line, 4 of 5, make it 4 of 6, but an offensive rebound on the baseline out of bounds is that Owens? That it is. Good hustle for the ball, and Cottrell contested. Thunderbird basketball with a 4-point lead, 61-57. Johnson has 29.
He's a 30-inch vertical.
Wow. Just stays up there, though. That seems like I would think it was more than that. Abelar, right wing to Jones. Hayhurst, Cottrell, and Barclay also in there. 10 on the shot clock. They work it around, get it to Cottrell on the right wing. Back to Abelar with 5, 4. Dribbles left, step back, long 2. Back iron and no. Rebound, Tarleton State. Not a great possession for Southern Utah. They go inside, Tarleton State does, and a wild shot by Owens. Missed it, but he got his own rebound. McDowell across to Kelly the fourth. Air ball, well, not quite. Just got the front of the rim on the 3. Thunderbird rebound. Barclay gives to Jones on the right wing. Gets a step on his defender inside. Throws it right to Owens. He was looking for Barclay or Cottrell, who was open underneath, but gave it right to the defense. Johnson goes to the other end, and Abelar gets the strip, but a foul. And Johnson will go right back to the line.
Abelar picks up the foul there, but he's really been doing a great job defensively despite the bit of a height difference. Abelar, the shortest player on the Thunderbirds, but he's so aggressive, and he's played Johnson extremely well tonight.
Abelar listed at 6 foot, Johnson listed at 6'3". Looking to sharpen your skills and become a true sales professional? Check out the SUU Professional Sales Program, helping students and future leaders build confidence and close deals. SUU Professional Sales, where careers in sales begin. Johnson hits the first. Second free throw coming up, and swishes that as well. His season high is 42, career high 58. He's at 32. Abelar across the timeline. Thunderbird lead is 2, 61-59. Good screen, Jones open 3, splashes it through. Big bucket for Dylan Jones, and his 5th 3 tonight. Up to the left wing goes McDowell. Follows a screen to the free throw line, then back outside to Johnson. 64-59, Southern Utah up by 5. 14:08 left to play. McDowell drives in, up with the right hand over. Barclay gets it to go. Tough shot. 64-61, Southern Utah up 3. Abelar to the right wing. Gets a little space, kicks it back out to Hayhurst. No room there. He tries to pass inside, almost taken away, but he gets it back. Fires into Barclay, who gets past Johnson going for the steal, and Barclay lays it in. Tarleton State a little sloppy on the inbound. Abelar put on a little pressure and forces the turnover. Miscontrolled, and out toward the sideline went McDowell. He stepped on the sideline as he tried to save it, so Southern Utah basketball. 61-66. Southern Utah up by 5. Inbound pass to Abelar back near the timeline. Dribbles to the top of the key. Defended by Owens. Abelar back outside. Hayhurst drives in. Free throw line area. Floats it up. It rattles, bounces, and then drops through. Hayhurst has 12. His season high 17 for Hayhurst. McDowell gets past the defense. Drives into the right side and draws the foul. Missed the shot. Barclay wondering how there was a foul there, but I believe he just picked up his 4th.
Do not want to get into foul trouble with some of your more productive players for the Thunderbirds. You also don't want to get in foul trouble because it gives them free shots at the line, which we know they are absolutely deadly, the Texans are, from the charity stripe.
77% as a team, and McDowell on his own, a 93% free throw shooter. I gave Barclay an extra one. They'd already put it up on the scoreboard when I looked up there, so that is his 3rd personal foul. He's got 7 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. McDowell makes it a 7-point game, 68-61. Another free throw coming. And he splashes that through. McDowell, again, a 94% free throw shooter. And he's got 10 points tonight.
He now has 10 points in 9 of his last 10 games.
Jones across the timeline, gives to Farrow, follows a screen, dribbles right. Douglas comes out to help on defense. Farrow has the size advantage and takes it to the hole, draws the foul, misses the shot. Smart move there by Farrow, though. He knew he had a mismatch in Douglas, who's just 6 feet tall. So Farrow heads to the free throw line. And Southern Utah can reach 70 points with these 2 free throws. 13:02 left to go. What did you say that Tarleton State is 4-0 against SUU when they hold the Thunderbirds under 70?
They are 4-0 when holding SUU under 70 in the series.
Farrow splashes the first free throw through. And he's got 7 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 or 2 blocks, and hits the second free throw as well. So the Thunderbirds hit 70 points. That's their just a little under their season average of 75. Top of the key. Big, long 3-man weave from almost corner to corner for Tarleton State. McDowell dishes left side to Owens. Gives off to Dormu. And then to Douglas. 6 on the shot clock. Douglas looks for space and travels.
Now we do have an airport in Cedar City, but no travel allowed in the AFEC.
Farrow with 1 block. I had to take a minute and look that stat up. We got St. George shuttle, lots of ways to travel, but
it's not on the hardwood.
Not on the hardwood. 70-63. Rock Lee into the game, gets the pass right corner, drives baseline, goes up strong, blocked by Owens, but a foul will send Lee to the free throw line. This will be free throws number 21 and 22 for Southern Utah. They average 17 free throw attempts per game. Well above that tonight already. 12:21 left to play. Lee's first free throw, a swish. Southern Utah's women tonight lost at Tarleton State 81-55. UT Arlington beat Utah Tech 64-56, and Abilene Christian beat California Baptist 70-58. Lee, a 68% free throw shooter, misses the second off the back iron, and another lane violation against Tarleton State will give Lee another free throw.
Now, they usually let that one go, but after you've done it as many times as they have tonight, they're going to start calling it. You got to wait till that ball is on the rim.
So Lee with another free throw, and he swishes this one in. 72-63, SUU back up by 9. Dormu across the timeline, trying to push the tempo a bit. Gives left corner to Owens. Nothing to do with it, goes back up top to Dormu. Thunderbirds up by 9 with 12 minutes left to go. Right wing, open 3. Douglas misses well short. Rebound. Douglas followed it but tipped it to Farrow. Jaden dribbles up court and gets a little lazy. Owen strips him, goes to the other end, and loses the basketball high above the rim. Johnson, the rebound, goes back up and misses. Farrow contested. Rebound off of Tarleton State, out of bounds. Listen to the crowd.
I don't know if I've ever seen an air ball dunk, Ryan.
Owens was trying to get fancy, and as he scooped the ball up toward his left hand, it just slipped through and flew up high in the air. Fans loved that effort from Jaden Farrow, and it's Thunderbird basketball. When we return, 72-63, SUU on top, 11:48 left to go on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Launch your career with SUU's professional sales program. Stand out in today's job market with hands-on experience and real-world results. Learn to sell yourself, your ideas, and your business. Master sales, management, and entrepreneurship. Connect with industry leaders through competitions, networking, and internships. Land high-paying careers after graduation. Whether starting your own business or climbing the corporate ladder, sales skills are your secret weapon. Partner with SUU. Hire the best. Be the best on campus at Southern Utah University.
Southern Utah University football fans, this one's for you. With 3 convenient Iron County locations and over 20,000 5-star reviews, Burt Brothers is your hometown team for auto care. From unbeatable tire deals to trusted service packages, we've got you covered start to finish. Because at Burt Brothers, there's only one promise: we do it better.
Burt Brothers does it better.
When it comes to world-famous chicken strips, there's only one place: Ernie's. Proudly local and proudly supporting SUU athletics, Ernie's is the go-to spot for a great meal. Drop in today and taste why everyone loves Ernie's chicken strips. 11:48 left to go. The Thunderbirds on top, 72-63. The weatherman, Preston Ferry, saw the lead evaporate. They've pushed it back out to 9. We'll see if they can keep that. The Thunderbirds have the ball.
You know, and that's just Utah weather for you, Ryan. You just never know what it's going to be. Snowing, sleeting, sunny, who knows?
Full court pressure from Tarleton State. SUU gets it into Abelar and across the timeline to Farrow. Lee, Jones, Hayhurst also in there. Farrow drives in, spins, and floats it up with the right hand. Beautiful move. Farrow makes it 74-63. And Jaden Farrow, that puts him at 10 points, double-digit scoring. Free throw line jumper. McDowell misses off the back iron, and a fight for the rebound. A foul against Southern Utah. Jaden Farrow's 4th, and he'll head straight for the bench. Cale Barclay has 3 fouls, checks in.
The Texans typically shoot 47% from the floor in the AFEC. Right now, they're at 50, just under 52, 51.1.
Southern Utah leads 74-63. Southern Utah shooting so well tonight. See if they can keep it up for the next 11 minutes, 19 seconds. Inbound to Dior Johnson. He's got 31, dribbles left and pulls up left baseline and misses just long. Lee commits the foul, contesting the shot, and Johnson back to the line where he's 6 of 8 tonight.
His 4th straight 30-point game, leads the nation with 7 30-point games. And just to put in perspective how much of a scoring asset he is, he's scoring more than lottery picks like JT Toppin, Caleb Wilson, Cam Boozer, AJ DeBansa, and Darren Peterson.
Only 3 times this season has he failed to score in double figures. He hits the first free throw and makes it a 10-point game. Second free throw, swish. 74-65. Southern Utah's lead is 9. Inbound to Abelar. 11:10 left to go. SUU looking for its first conference win. Tarleton State at 2-2. Thunderbirds also looking for their first win since December 1st. Barclay at the top of the key, dribbles right, backdoor cut. Abelar, easy two. Defense got overextended, and Abelar cashes in. 76-65 Thunderbirds.
The freshman with the fresh vision.
Barclay with the assist. McDowell on the right wing, trying to work in on on Lee. Kicks it back out to Johnson. Double team comes. Good help defense. They go left or right corner. Kelly the fourth looking for space. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles to his left. Fades just inside the left elbow and splashes it in. 76-67. Thunderbirds up 9. Abelar dribbles right. Bounces left corner. Jones for three. No, it rattles and pops out. You were starting to celebrate.
That was a beautiful pass. I mean, Abelar was out of bounds when he made that. That was beautiful.
Johnson dribbles right. Boy, he just uses that left off arm and pushes Abelar out of the way. Misses the shot. Thunderbird rebound. Abelar up to the left wing to Jones on the corner. Back up top. Lee for three. And no, it rattles out. But Jones, he had the rebound. Dior came up with it. Passed it up ahead. Hayhurst gets it. And Johnson commits the foul trying to get it again. His second personal.
His only 2 fouls tonight have both come out of frustration on a turnover.
It looked like he was just throwing it ahead to himself and then went to chase it down, but his plan was foiled by Tanner Hayhurst, who earns a trip to the free throw line. Hayhurst with 12 points tonight. Hit Thunderbird's first 6 points. He hit 2 quick triples to start tonight's game. Hayhurst misses on the front end, an 85% free throw shooter. And Tarleton State gets the board. They trail by 9 and have the basketball. Attacking left to right from our view in this second half. To the left wing, Kelly the fourth. Mpaka back in there, has it up top. Right wing to Mizell. Tarleton State works it around, and then Isaac backs it out with 4 on the shot clock. Step back, long three, top of the key, misses short. Mpaka fighting for the rebound, and a whistle and a foul against, I think, Southern Utah.
Mpaka from Kinshasa, DRC, the DR Congo, the capital city of the Congo.
He's played for a couple different schools, Frank Phillips and then Indian Hills, before coming to Tarleton State. He's a 6'6" senior forward at the free throw line, just 65% shooter. Varsity basketball and soccer player in high school. Mpaka tonight, 6 points on 3 of 6 shooting, and he's 1 for 1 from the free throw line as he hits that first one. He's got 4 fouls. And I imagine if he hits this, well, no, nobody in there, nobody over at the scores table to sub in. So Coach Cyprian keeping Mpaka in there with 4 personal fouls. And he hits his second. Mizell also has 4 fouls for Tarleton State. Hits both free throws, 76-69, Thunderbirds up 7. Abelar working against Mizell, gets a screen from Cottrell and crosses the timeline to Cottrell left wing, fakes the 3, dribbles to the free throw line, back out to Duval. He'll dribble in right side, then kick it out. Abelar for 3, just short. Thunderbirds have missed 3 in a row from outside. Pretty good looks too. Quickly up to Kelly the fourth, a 7-point Thunderbird lead. Stopped at the free throw line, kicks it back outside and then again into Mpaka. He pivots around. Cottrell misses short. He was too far underneath the hoop, couldn't get back and get the shot up and in. Cottrell the rebound. Cottrell 3 rebounds tonight with 7 points. He gets the pass on a pick and roll under the hoop, couple ball fakes, and then puts it up and just misses. Offensive board, Duval no, Cottrell no, and then the rebound by Isaac of Tarleton State. He'll push the tempo up to the right side, draws the foul, hits the shot. Jones can't believe it. He doesn't know where the contact came in, but he's called for the foul, and the and one opportunity could make it a 4-point game. The replay does show a little bit of contact, but boy.
They typically let that one go.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those where it's on a fast break. They'll call it a little more tight than other situations quite often. Kelly at the line, a 75% free throw shooter. This is his first free throw tonight. He hits it, and the 3-point play completed. It's a 4-point contest. Inbound to Abelar. Thunderbirds up 76-72. No points, though, in the last 2.5 minutes. Abelar drives in, nothing there. A couple tall defenders come in to help. Cottrell shoots the three, high off the back iron. Isaac has the rebound. Abelar just cuts in there and wraps him up for the jump ball possession arrow, Southern Utah.
What I say about Abelar and that energy guy, he might not be your lead scorer, but he's going to get in there, get dirty, get in the paint, make something happen.
Tarleton State on a 7-0 run, but Southern Utah leads by 4 and has the ball with 8:03 to go. Abelar, Duval, Cottrell, Lee, and Jones on the floor. Abelar looks to inbound. Boy, a lot of contact. They finally get it into Jones in the left corner. Isaac right up in his grill. Jones dribbles to his right to create a little space. Looking to bounce inside to Cottrell. No, instead throws between two defenders and one of them. Up ahead to McDowell. Easy two-handed jam, and it's a 2-point game. Silly giveaway as Jones tried to force it in. And Thunderbirds lead by just 2 as we go to the under 8 media timeout. 76-74, SUU on top with 7:49 to play on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth. Presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Craving sushi or ramen? Kabuto in Cedar City has you covered with fresh flavors and unbeatable student specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Head in today. Kabuto, your go-to for sushi, ramen, and more. Southern Utah's lead is down to 2, 76-74. Thunderbirds 0 for their last 5, and they haven't scored for a little more than 3 minutes.
Doesn't help that the Texans have 51 points off the bench as well as 36 points in the paint. SU only having 24 in both of those categories, so they're really finding ways to score from pretty much everywhere. They're shooting 50% from the arc, hitting 6 of 12 threes, and they're getting it down low. You really just got to pick one and stop it. Either one, pick one, don't matter.
The Texans, number 1 in the nation at averaging 47 bench points per game. And what did you say they have tonight?
They have 51.
Wow. Johnson leading that charge with 33 points off the bench. He's not on the court at the moment. 7:49 left to play. Thunderbirds send out Farrow, Abelar, Lee, Duval, and Hayhurst. Hayhurst hit 2 early threes, has only attempted 1 since then. The Thunderbirds had that, got those first 6 points from Tanner Hayhurst. Farrow to inbound and gets it to Abelar. Mazzell with 4 personal fouls, playing some tight defense. Farrow gets it back and dribbles across the timeline. To his right, draws the foul. Isaac gets in a little too tight. He doesn't like the call.
Referee laughing at him. He turned there like, what, man? And the referee's like, you can't do that. Like, yeah, stop.
That sends Farrow to the free throw line. Coming into tonight, a 90% free throw shooter. And Cale Barclay will check in a moment, but we got a timeout on the floor. 7:41 left to go. Our next Southern Utah men's basketball broadcast will be on Saturday night when Southern Utah hosts Abilene Christian. And then, as you mentioned earlier tonight, Preston, it's 3 straight home games. So tonight, Tarleton State, Saturday, Abilene Christian, and then is it Wednesday? Utah Valley comes to town?
Yep. The number 1 team in the WAC.
Southern Utah With 52 first half points, they've slowed down a bit offensively here in the second half. Just 1 of 8 from three-point range after they shot 11 of 25 in the first half. No, that's looking at the wrong number. In that first half, do you have that, Preston?
What was it?
The three-point shooting for SUU in the first half?
This half, it's only 12%.
Yeah.
On the game, it's 44. If we go back to half one here, though, we're looking at a 58.8. So give them 59%.
So they've cooled off significantly. Again, just 1 of 8 from three-point range in this second half. They've got to find something to get some points. Their lead is just 2. Tarleton State is on the road. We mentioned Southern Utah with 3 straight home games. The Texans are at Southern Utah tonight, then Saturday at Utah Tech, and then Wednesday at UT Arlington. Then they'll return home for 3 straight home games. Abilene Christian, Utah Valley, and Utah Tech. Southern Utah hosts Tarleton again on February 7th, and then we'll play at Tarleton on February 19th. 1-1, Jaden Farrow hits the front end. Southern Utah leads by 3. 7:41 left to play. Farrow's second free throw, back iron and in. So he hits them both. Jaden Farrow has 13 points tonight. Inbound, and Mazzell will take his time. 78-74, Thunderbirds up by 4. McDowell back to Mazzell. They work it around the top of the arc. Looking underneath, nothing there. Thunderbirds in a man-to-man. Left wing, Isaac gives down left corner. McDowell with Rock Lee right on him. Inside they go to Mbaka, and he goes, drives baseline, somehow sneaks his way around to the underside of the hoop and lays it in. Mpaka with a nice game, 10 points tonight. Duval to the free throw line, backs out, kind of hezzy on a 3, and then drives right into Isaac, who just committed his 3rd foul. And again, he puts his arms out. What did I do? Well, you committed the foul.
Gotta move your feet.
6:58 to go, and Elijah Duval to the free throw line. Duval's first trip to the line tonight. He's a 55% free throw shooter. The freshman from Wilmington, Delaware, a 4-star recruit by ESPN. 3-star recruit according to 24/7 Sports. Misses the free throw, but Rock Lee comes in and strips it away, and Thunderbirds have it. Lee gets it off, gets it back right corner 3, and misses off the back iron. And Mpaka has it at the free throw, and little bump causes him to travel, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Both teams into the bonus, obviously, with 6:48 left to go. Maybe seeing a lot of free throws down the stretch,
which is something that the Thunderbirds haven't done traditionally super well. On the other side, though, the Texans, that's where they thrive.
Texans 77% as a team, and Mpaka misses the front end. He's a 64% free throw shooter, has 1 more free throw coming. Crowd's going to make some noise here. If he misses 2 in a row, the crowd gets free Culver's cheese curds. Mpaka's second short, but an offensive rebound and a foul on the board. Boy, they are calling it tight now. No, or did they say a lane violation, and Mpaka will go right back to the line for a 3rd free throw.
So do they still get the cheese curds?
I don't know if that counts for on a lane violation. Mpaka's 3rd free throw, back iron, and goes in. Jones and Mazzell get tied up with their feet, both go down to the ground, but no foul called. 1-point game, Thunderbirds on top, 78-77. Abelar dribbles right, down all the way down to the baseline, back out, Farrow, right wing 3, nope, short. And the Thunderbirds now 1 of 10 from 3-point range in the second half. Quickly up court, Wraparound pass off target. Thunderbirds have it. Duval pushing, trying to get some fast break points. Gets down underneath, misses, but Hayhurst is there for the follow the foul and a chance at the line for the three-point play.
Sometimes you just got to be in the right spot at the right time. Hayhurst positions himself perfectly.
Tanner Hayhurst having a good night. He's got 14 points. His season high is 17. That came back in November against Robert Morris in a 61-54 loss for Southern Utah. He can make it a 4-point lead with 6:19 left to go. And Hayhurst swishes it through. 81-77. Jones gets a breather. Lee back into the game. So you got Abelar, Cottrell, Lee, Hayhurst, and Duval on the floor. Mazzell across the timeline. Tarleton State attacking left to right from our view here in this second half. Johnson back in for Tarleton State. He crosses over, misses the shot from the free throw line. Rebound tipped up, fought for, and then Duval comes up with it for Southern Utah. Dishes to Abelar across the timeline. 4-point Thunderbird lead with just under 6 to go. Cottrell sets a high screen. Abelar bounces to Duval on the right wing. He'll dribble down toward the baseline, tries to back in, gets the defense in the air, steps past the defender and misses a scoop with the right hand. It bounced on his side of the rim to then to the other side. Dior Johnson to the hole, runs over Abelar, dishes it off, no whistle, and Mazzell gets the easy layup. 81-79, a 2-point Thunderbird lead. 5:20 left to go. Dylan Jones at the scores table waiting for a dead ball to check in. Abelar, 14, 13, 12 on the shot clock. Dribbles right to the free throw line. Dishes off Hayhurst. Back to Abelar. Open three. Top of the key. Misses off the left side, but a rebound tipped out. Dior Johnson dives to the floor. He must not have had possession as he had the ball so near to him. It looked like a travel. On the other end, McDowell misses short, and Mpaka the follow and jams it hard to tie it at 81.
That's all I got to say.
4:40 left to go. The crowd in a little bit of disbelief. Duval dribbles to his left, kicks it right corner to Abelar. He'll try to find space. Defender flops back. Abelar misses, but Lee with the follow to put Southern Utah back on top.
Abelar only 1 for 5. He just haven't found a shooting rhythm tonight.
That's 7 points. He's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. McDowell dribbles right, follows a screen. Cottrell helps. McDowell finishes over Cottrell, though, with the left hand. And a technical foul after the make. Against McDowell. He must have had something to say about thinking he got fouled or maybe just in his own celebration. But Cam McDowell just picked up a technical foul and his first personal.
I've seen the refs talking to him all night long. He's been chirping a whole awful lot, which, I mean, it's part of the game, but yeah, there's a line.
And one of the officials goes over to talk with Coach Cyprian, who's filling in for Billy Gillespie, feeling under the weather tonight. Hayhurst at the free throw line for Southern Utah. Hits the first, hits the second. SUU basketball with a 2-point lead, 85-83. 4:08 left to go. Southern Utah basketball. Farrow back into the game, along with Jones, Abelar, Duval, and Hayhurst. Hayhurst with 17 points. That ties a season high for him. Abelar across the timeline. Hesitates, then kicks it back out. Farrow, top of the key for 3. Yes! First triple in a while for Southern Utah. They were one of their last 11, but Farrow splashes it through, and Southern Utah leads by 5. And hand it to Abelar to get the penetration, pull the defense in, and then kick it back out. Dior Johnson drives and again runs over Abelar, this time a blocking foul against Lorenzo Abelar. You might hear the fan reaction. They think it's a charge. And Dior Johnson, boy, he just puts the shoulder down, puts the head down, and goes.
They need to just watch that offhand just a little bit. He's getting to the point where he's just extending it enough where that needs to be a charge.
Under 4 media timeout. Thunderbirds on top, 88-83. Final 3:40 to go when we return on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends, make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In has served Cedar City and our visitors for more than 45 years. With a diverse menu and affordable prices, Hermes hopes you'll come back again and again for their burgers, Navajo tacos, fries, house-made fry sauce, and more. Located just north of the City Park on Main Street, Hermes also offers shakes, soft drinks, and a weekly special. All roads lead to Hermes Drive-In, a proud sponsor of our local youth activities and athletes.
3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Thunderbirds up 5. Firehouse Subs is proud to support our local first responders and proud to be a sponsor of SUU Athletics. Stop by today for a hook and ladder sub, piled high and served hot. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives. 88-83, Thunderbirds with the lead. 41% from three-point range tonight. They've attempted 29 threes. Tarleton State is 6 of 12 from the three-point arc. Johnson hits the free throw. He's got 34 points tonight, 9 of 11 from the line.
With that last bucket, this is now the most points ever scored in a game between these two.
Johnson can extend that, would make it a three-point game if he hits the free throw, and does. Farrow to inbound, quickly to Abelard. Defense showing a little pressure, but no, they back off. They retreat to the half-court defense. Abelard dribbles right. Double team comes with Mpaka. He'll bounce to Farrow, looking for the opening. Can't find it in time, and Tarleton State recovers on defense. Farrow dribbles right, loses the dribble. It's on the floor and out of bounds, I believe. Tanner Hayhurst diving for it. Isaac was right there. Hayhurst was out of bounds when he touched it, and it's Tarleton State basketball. 14th turnover of the night for Southern Utah.
Farrell thought he could just cut the corner there and get a nice drive in, but his body went and the ball did not.
He takes a seat and Barclay checks in. Probably just to avoid the opportunity for a fifth foul for Farrell, or what could be a fifth foul if he stayed in there. So Barclay defensively, Thunderbirds in kind of a zone, but they shift around quite a bit. Barclay on Mbaka, who flops. Oh my goodness. I was actually just watching that as that happened, and Barclay just worked his way around in front of Mpaka to front defensively, and Mpaka just flailed his arms back and gets the whistle. Barclay did get an arm right up near Mpaka's chin. And Chris Mpaka to the free throw line.
Probably learns from the best. He's repping the number 23. He's wearing LeBron shoes. No one does it better than King James.
Mpaka's first free throw rattles in. He's 4 of 5 from the line, 14 points. Farrow checks back in. Jones checks back in. Again, Farrow playing with 4 fouls, so Coach Jeter doing what he can to get him in and out on offensive, defensive possessions. Mpaka's second free throw misses. Southern Utah has the rebound. They lead by 2. Duval dribbles into a corner, and Coach Jeter has to take a timeout with 3:02 to go. Great job by Tarleton State's defense. They used that timeline as a third defender and trapped Duval.
Now, and the record right now is 88 points scored for both these teams. That was set by Tarleton in the most points scored between these two. That was back in the 23 season. SU can break that record 1 more point. Tarleton will have to break that record if they want to come away with a win.
Southern Utah has just 4 wins this season, but in those 4 wins, they've averaged 104 points on offense. Now, granted, a couple of those they scored 124 in the win over West Coast Baptist, and 103 in the win over Nobel University. But bottom line is, in wins, their offense looks more like they've looked tonight.
You're saying when they actually play offense,
yes.
well, they win?
And when they score more points than the other team.
How about that?
It sounds obvious, but you got to point that out. Thunderbirds with the basketball and a 2-point lead. Duval on the left wing. Shot clock down to 10 as they work to the left. Duval drives, slips, goes to the ground, throws it away just to avoid the travel. May have been a little bit of contact there, but not enough for a whistle. And SUU with its 15th turnover.
I think he just forgot to put his foot down a little bit. He was trying to do his own little elevation, floating to the line.
Quick sub of Jones and Farrow back out. Hayhurst and Barclay in. Lee, Duval, and Abelar also in there. Thunderbirds with a 2-point lead. Johnson across the timeline. Took his time and gives off to Mpaka. Back to Johnson. Dribbles in. Double team comes and he misses the shot. Goes to the ground to try and draw the foul. And the Thunderbirds get the rebound. Lee is pushed. And the attempt by Mpaka to take the ball away, and they call a travel. Ooh. Interesting call. You can hear the crowd doesn't like it.
I don't know about that one, right?
Tarleton State inbounds. Mpaka flops again. Doesn't get a whistle this time. Boy, he is doing his best LeBron James impression. And this time, Duval has the ball, and he is fouled as he gets the rebound. Mpaka having words with the official after that flop again. The official walks away laughing. 88-86, Thunderbirds on top. We've been in the double bonus since about 6 minutes left in this half. 2:22 left to go. Duval, 2 free throws. Back iron and no.
Such an electric score, but just shooting the ball jump shot wise is just not been there.
A 54% free throw shooter, 0 for 2 tonight. And the second one, no, misses off the right side, 0 for 3 tonight. So it's still a 2-point Thunderbird lead. Tarleton State the rebound. Mazzell across the timeline. Texans looking for the lead or to tie. Kelly the fourth to Mpaka at the top of the key. Bounce inside to Isaac, looking to Johnson, gets it to him. Back out to Isaac, nothing open. They work it around left wing, 5 on the shot clock. Mazzell backs in, flails and chucks it up, misses, and Hayhurst the rebound over Johnson. Thunderbirds push across the timeline to Hayhurst, quickly to Duval, attacks and does not finish, but he's fouled. Or was it a goaltending?
I think they're going to get the foul on that.
So Leroy Kelly the fourth commits the foul. Oh yeah, he did grab Duval's right hand or right arm. Duval 0 for 3 from the line tonight. Could be a 4-point Thunderbird lead if he hits these 2. He misses the first. And Duval, for as electric and fantastic as he is in so many aspects of the game, he's around 50% from the free throw line this season, 28 of 55.
I guarantee this one's going in, Ryan.
You guarantee it. And no, so much, well, now I know what you're guaranteeing. Mpaka gets the rebound. He's on the baseline and throws it. Rock Lee with the steal and the bucket. Thunderbirds up 4.
It went in, not how I thought, but it did go in.
Okay, well, I'll take it. McDowell at the top of the key gives to Mpaka and then to Johnson. Thunderbirds in a man-to-man. Johnson pulls up and hits the 3. His 3rd triple of the night. He doesn't take a lot of them. He hit 2 from the corner earlier, and then that one makes it a 1-point game with 1:21 to go. He just knows every time he shoots, he knows it's going in. He's actually 4 for 4 from the 3-point range tonight.
You know what I call those, or what the community calls those in NBA 2K, Ryan?
What?
That there is a hacker. There is no way you should be that good. You only get to be a 99 overall. Somehow, he's past that mark. My man is on fire.
He is 21 of 34 from 3-point range this season. And that puts him at 38 points tonight. But the Thunderbirds lead by 1 and have the basketball, 90-89. Farrow, Abelar, Lee, Jones, and Hayhurst on the floor. Hayhurst has 17. Jones has been a bit quiet in the second half, but has 19 points and 5 of 10 from three-point range. Inbound to Abelar. Mazzell defending. Farrow sets a strong screen, and Abelar gets across the timeline. 1:13 left to play. A 1-point Thunderbird lead. Abelar penetrates just a little bit, dishes to Lee on the left wing, dribbles all the way from left wing to right wing around the baseline. Back up top, 10 on the shot clock to Abelar. Follows a screen from Farrow, dribbles right to left, back to Farrow, 3, no, back iron, rebound, pulled in by McDowell of Tarleton, and they have the ball with 47 seconds left to go. Mazzell to McDowell. Gets a step to his right. Lee blocks the shot. Rebound tipped out, and McDowell has it. No official shot, and a timeout, Tarleton State, with 14 on the shot clock, 34 on the game clock.
It is a good thing I cut my hair, Ryan, because I would have pulled it out otherwise.
I don't have much hair to pull out, so I'm not too worried about that for myself, but boy, this game coming down to the wire. Thunderbirds, Tanner Hayhurst hit 2 early threes, and SUU led. Tarleton State tied it, but Thunderbirds have pretty much led the entire game other than a few seconds here and there. And Tarleton State has kept it close. Despite Thunderbirds shooting 40% from three-point range tonight, 48% overall.
And that really is just, it's a tale of two halves. Almost 60% from three-point land in the first half. You'd look at the second half, though, 15%. Just an astronomical difference. It's just mind-blowing. I don't even know if I comprehend it, really. It looks fake, but it's not.
2 of 13 in the second half after a 10 of 17 in the first half from three-point range for Southern Utah. But they lead by 1. Tarleton State has the ball, 90-89. Thunderbirds up with 34 seconds to go and 14 on the shot clock. Kaya Kelly will inbound from this near sideline, but Thunderbirds will take a timeout first. Strategy here has to be to try not to foul, obviously.
And you don't need a three-point if you're the Texans here. Any bucket right now is good. However, you want the three-point play because that gives you a 2-point cushion. That forces SU to either go for the tie or they have to go for the win. So that's going to put a lot of pressure on them given they knocked down the three-point shot. A lot easier for SU if they knock down a 2, only makes it 1, then they can go for a 2-point play to secure a victory here. Now, if they miss, Thunderbirds you imagine they're going to foul if they miss this shot to send the Thunderbirds to the line. You know they want Duval to get the ball because he's just been lackluster from the charity stripe, and he might give them more opportunities, but I believe.
Thunderbirds as a team tonight, 24 of 33 from the free throw line. That's 73%. That's little above their season average of 71%. They'll come out with Farrow, Hayhurst, Lee, Jones, and Abelar on the floor. Farrow has 4 fouls. Nobody else with more than 3, but for Tarleton, Mpaka, Isaac, and Kelly all have 4 fouls apiece. Johnson has 3. Home crowd making some noise. Thunderbird band getting loud here as they get set for the inbound play. Thunderbirds in a man-to-man. Hayhurst defending the inbound. Isaac looks to go in, and Abelar denies the pass for Johnson. Mpaka falling backcourt, throws it backcourt, tipped by Southern Utah. Johnson comes up with it, pushes to the hole, and lays it in. Southern Utah inbounds quickly, trailing by 1 and 24 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Abelar dribbles to his right, fades away and misses. Farrow the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. 16 seconds left to go. Thunderbirds down by 1, and Farrow gets what may be his biggest offensive rebound of the season.
What a sloppy just set right there. Somebody get on the ground and get the ball.
Farrow to the free throw line, can tie it with this first one. And he hits. 91-91. Farrow can give the lead to the Thunderbirds if he hits this one, and listen to how quiet the crowd gets here in this moment. The only voice you can hear is the Tarleton State play-by-play man as Farrow hits both free throws, and Southern Utah retakes the lead 92-91 with 16 seconds to go. Inbound to Johnson. Abelar will give some soft defensive pressure all the way up court. Fans on their feet. Johnson with 7, 6. A screen by Mpaka goes away from it. To his left, ball stripped away. It's on the floor, and time runs out before any kind of whistle or jump ball. We may have to sort this out. Mpaka is fired up and steps over Jaden Farrow, who's on the ground. He pushes Mpaka's legs away. One official has almost said, Mpaka, you need to go. He has been tossed. The final is finished. The clock is at zeros. Backboards are lit up red.
They threw a double tech.
And a double technical foul has been called. Officials have ordered both teams to their bench. When the Thunderbirds needed a stop on Dior Johnson, they somehow came up with a strip down near the basket. The ball was loose. There was a bit of a scrum for it, and time ran out before any whistle or indication of whose basketball it would be.
And if there was a whistle, Ryan, you were not hearing it in this crowd.
92-91, Southern Utah leads. Zeros on the clock as the officials sort everything out. What did they just say? A jump ball if there's time left in the game?
Yeah. I don't know why they would tell us something when they don't have a verdict yet.
The discussion is, was there time left in the game when the jump ball was determined?
Jump ball will give it back to Tarleton.
Their possession arrow is to Tarleton. Cafe Sabor post-game show coming up. Kai Burdick checks in with zeros on the clock.
They're putting in all their big guys because now you imagine it's going to be a quick shot if there is time on the clock.
Yeah, if there's time on the clock, it's somewhere around a second or less, and we'll just have to see what the officials determine. They watch a replay, and they'll get this right. 92-91. While we wait for the officials to determine what exactly will happen, UT Arlington on top at Utah Tech, 50-40 with 5 minutes left in that game, and California Baptist beat Abilene Christian tonight 74-58. Abilene Christian will be here in the America First Event Center on Saturday night. That's Southern Utah's next game. Officials look to have finished their discussion. The official goes over to talk with Coach Superion.
There must be time on the clock.
And they will give Tarleton an inbound play from the baseline. A jump. Oh, here we go.
There's a jump ball with 1 second left on the game clock. The possession arrow favors Tarleton. They will get the ball out of bounds underneath the basket.
In case you couldn't hear that, they determined there was a jump ball with 1 second left on the game.
Offset and no shots. We will resume play with Tarleton underneath the basket with 1 second shot.
There was a double technical foul and those penalties offset. I've never seen that in basketball.
I haven't either.
That's in football, but in basketball, usually if there's a double technical, both teams shoot their free throws and then you give possession.
And wasn't there an ejection? Did they not eject Mpaka?
They might have just been telling him, get away from this area, not ejecting him. But it was a pretty forceful, get over there, get over there. It looked like an ejection to me. Crowd remains on its feet. 1 second. Tarleton State to inbound. You got to think they're looking for Dior Johnson. Possibly Leroy Kelly. Isaac will inbound. Kaya Isaac, the junior from New Zealand. Burdick deflects the inbound. McDowell goes up for the dunk, and I believe they call a foul.
No way.
A foul against Jaden Farrow is his 5th.
There's no way. Kai touched the ball as soon as it was inbounded. There is no way.
And maybe Coach Jeter shouting at the officials does not like that call, and maybe the replay needs to be, did Burdick get a fingertip on that ball? There's
There's no way.
Run.
He touched the ball!
And McDowell will get free throws. A 93% free throw shooter, and he misses! He misses the first! Rasheed Wallace would tell us what, Preston? Ball don't lie. McDowell had not missed a free throw tonight, but he misses that one. The crowd is loud. McDowell can tie. No time ran off the clock, so there's still a second left. I don't know how that works.
This is impossible.
Lee inbounds, Abelar, three-quarter court, just long, and we'll go to overtime.
I'm beside myself, Ryan. Did Kai Burdick not touch the ball?
If he did, it's a loose ball, and you're not going to have a foul there. Plus, how does no time run off the clock?
If he touches that ball, it becomes live, and you're telling me he gets up on the rim under a second?
Apparently. 92-92, we're headed for extra time and overtime period here in the America First Events Center. Your post-game show brought to you by Cafe Sabor will have to wait. And of course, Southern Utah looking for its first win in the WAC. It's not going to come easy. We'll see what they can do here in this overtime period. Jaden Farrow has fouled out. 17 points, 9 rebounds, a couple of assists, and a block. But he is done. Duval, Hayhurst, Abelar, Lee, and Barclay looks like will be the lineup to start overtime.
They haven't changed the possession arrow either.
Not to point fingers, but boy, a few things have gone mysteriously wrong here down the stretch that may affect the outcome of this game.
I'm just so confused, Ryan. Let me just set the scene for you, because if you're not here, you can't see it, obviously. Kai Burdick, the 7-foot center for the Thunderbirds, is on the inbound line, jumping up and down. As soon as that ball is inbounded, once it's touched, the clock runs. He touched that ball, and then all within a second, it travels from the U of the Southern Utah on the baseline to the rim, and a foul?
Somehow. Cale Barclay for the tip against Cam McDowell, the 6'5 senior. Barclay, a 6'8 freshman. And Barclay wins it back. Jones keeps it away from Johnson, and the Thunderbirds have numbers for a moment. Abelar to Jones, left wing three, yes! Jones splashes it through, and the Thunderbirds take the lead in overtime, 95-92. Good recognition by SUU to recognize that Tarleton State had one less defender. McDowell launches the three, top of the key, misses left iron, and rebound Duval of Southern Utah. Abelar lobs into Barclay, posts it up, it's poked away from behind, and a foul. Dior Johnson can't believe the whistle, that's his fourth. No, his fifth.
He's done.
Dior Johnson just fouled out for Tarleton State, and the Southern Utah fans start to wave bye-bye. He reaches in around from the left side. That's an easy call. He doesn't like it, but that should get called 10 times out of 10. That will also send Cale Barclay to the free throw line, a 67% free throw shooter. Johnson done. 40 points on 13 of 22, 4 for 4 from three-point range, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Still an unbelievable monster night for Dior Johnson. And Barclay misses the front end. 4:27 to go. Barclay with another free throw coming.
I don't know if one of our technicians left the lid on, but they got to take it off.
Second half free throw shooting has not been the same as it was for Southern Utah in the first half. Barclay hits the second, and Southern Utah leads by 4. Inbound to McDowell, across to Mazzell, and he passes the timeline, kicks it right corner. Douglas, a few dribbles around the top. Tarleton State works it left side into the middle. Mazzell goes right at Jones, who keeps his hand straight up. Shot blocked or short, and Southern Utah has it. Abelar up to the right wing, skips it across to Jones, fires left corner. Hayhurst, three! No, it rimmed out. Boy, it looked on target, but he just couldn't quite get it. Hayhurst hit 2 early threes, but he's missed his last 2 over the course of the rest of the game. 4-point Southern Utah lead under 4 minutes to go. Douglas at the top of the key, hands off to Isaac, looks for some room, drives in on Barclay, gets a little space and floats it in. Isaac has not scored a lot tonight. That's just his 5th shot, but he's got 7 points. 2-point Thunderbird lead, 96-94. Duval across the timeline. 3.5 to play. Mazzell defending. Duval drives, floats with the right and misses. Good attempt. He just couldn't quite get it to drop in. Isaac to the other end, drives right side, up with the left, ties the score at 96. Isaac suddenly coming alive in overtime. Abelar up to the left wing. Tarleton in a man-to-man defense. 3 minutes to play. Tied at 96. Abelar taking his time, looking for something to open. Gives to Hayhurst, jab steps left, drives to his right, puts it in. He says count it, and it does. And Hayhurst goes to the line for the chance at a 3-point play. He's got a new season high of 19. Tanner Hayhurst can put Southern Utah up by 3 with 2:54 to go. And he does. Hayhurst tonight, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 6 of 9 from the floor, and 20 points. SUU up 99-96. McDowell, what a game tonight in the America First Event Center. Left wing to Douglas, back up top to McDowell. Tarleton State's leading scorer, number 2 scorer in the nation, has fouled out as McDowell dribbles down into the key. He got himself caught up. I thought it might have been a travel, but maybe he was grabbed and pulled, and a foul against Southern Utah. Let's watch the replay. Barclay, he got a left arm down just for a moment, but it didn't look like a holder of any kind. But that is what they call, and Barclay picks up his 4th. McDowell at the free throw line. He had free throws at the end of regulation. When Tarleton was down by 1, he could have won it for the Texans, but he missed 1, made the 2nd to tie it. He hits the 1st here on this trip. 2nd free throw from McDowell swishes through, 99-98. Thunderbirds up by 1, 2:36 to go. Inbound to Abelar. Thunderbirds, Farrow has fouled out. Johnson has fouled out for the Texans. Abelar across the timeline. Toward his right, Jones looking for some opening. Abelar dribbles left, fires to Barclay in the left corner. Jabs right, dribbles left, strong move inside. Ball stripped away from the side by Mazzell. Thunderbirds' 17th turnover of the night. McDowell drives hard to the hoop and lays it in. Somehow got quickly past Southern Utah, and Tarleton leads 100-99. Abelar up to the right wing. Thunderbirds trying desperately to find Hayhurst or Jones open for a 3, but the defense knows that as well as we do. Duval directs traffic, sends Jones to the opposite side of the floor. Duval says, give me a screen here, then goes away from it to the hole, floats it up and in with the right hand. Elijah Duval with the bucket, puts Southern Utah back on top with 1:40 left to go, 101-101. Well, excuse me, 101-100. McDowell dribbles to his right. Abelar stays in front. Back outside to Isaac. Bounces over to McDowell, who goes to the hole and misses. A lot of traffic. Rebound tipped around, and Jones has it for Southern Utah with 1:20 to play. In overtime, Thunderbirds lead by 1. Abelar crosses over and loses it. McDowell comes up with it. Heads and puts the shoulder down, pushes Hayhurst out of the way, and gets an easy lay-in. Timeout, Southern Utah with 1:05 to go. Tarleton on top, 102-101.
Abelar just wasn't really concentrated on the dribble. He was looking for somebody, which, just credit, that's his job, but just got a little bit lazy carrying it.
And that's one thing you love about Abelar. So often he's looking for the pass, looking for who's open anytime he gets penetration, but it costs this time on the turnover. 18 turnovers in the game for Southern Utah. And Tarleton takes the lead. Southern Utah has the ball with 1:05 to go. (102-101). McDowell has 21 points. Mpaka has 14. We haven't seen, and Mpaka fouled out, as did Dior Johnson. So McDowell, the only player on the floor for Tarleton State who scored in double figures. Hayhurst has 20, Jones 22. Lee has 14. Farrow for Southern Utah has fouled out. He had 17 points and 9 rebounds. Inbound, Jones rolls it to Abelar. 60 seconds left in overtime. Southern Utah down by 1. To Tarleton State, to Jones on the right wing, splits a couple defenders and kicks it back to Abelar, top of the key. Dribbles to his left, too much traffic, back out to Hayhurst. 12 on the shot clock, hand off to Duval. He says, clear some space, I'm gonna take it. Finds a little room, bounces to Abelar, up and over the defense, he lays it in somehow. The Thunderbirds take the lead 103-102.
Mouse in the house. Mighty Mouse getting it done.
37 seconds to go. Tarleton State, everybody retreats to the other end, Tarleton State's offensive side, and then the officials say, hey, one of you guys want to take this?
I will.
Kelly, the fourth, goes back to inbound. Rock Lee checks in for Dylan Jones. Cottrell also in there along with Hayhurst, Abelar, and Duval. The officials call their own timeout to chat about something. I think they're going to say, no, you can't sub right then. Jones has to go back in, and Rock Lee heads back to the bench. 103-102, 38 seconds left to go. So Tarleton can, well, we'll see what they do here. Even if they eat up the entire shot clock, it would leave time for SUU if they can get a stop or the rebound. McDowell at the top of the key. 19, 18, 17 on the shot clock. Kelly, the fourth, dribbles to his left. Thunderbirds man-to-man, stay in front. McDowell, step back three, top of the key. He hits it! Monster three by Cam McDowell with 15 seconds to go. Tarleton leads by 2. Duval across the timeline with 10, 9, top of the key. He'll drive up with the left. Missed it, but he was fouled. And Elijah Duval goes to the line with 7 seconds to go and a 2-point deficit. Duval 0 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. If you're Tarleton State, the bench, it looks like they're almost starting to celebrate, knowing they're up 2 with Duval at the line. A 55% shooter on the season, but again, 0 of 5. Tonight, he swishes the first, and the crowd loves it. He's got one more, can tie it up with 7 seconds to go. Lee checks back in. So Lee, Hayhurst, Duval, Cottrell, and Abelar on the floor. Moment of truth for the freshman, Elijah Duval. Can tie it up with this second free throw. 7 seconds to go. Duval misses back iron. He gets his own rebound, and he is fouled. He'll go right back to the line.
What a hustle play there. Chase your shot. That's what every coach preaches. Follow through. Go get it. Make a play, young man. Great work.
Thunderbird bench biting their nails. They all might need manicures tomorrow after this. Duval can tie it, and he does. He hits the first. Tied at 105 with 6 seconds to go. Duval can put SUU on top with this second one. Will he? He's 2 of 8 from the line tonight. He takes an extra moment to breathe and calm his nerves. Walks out toward the logo and turns and heads back to the free throw line. Wipes his shoes, toes the line. One dribble, a spin, a shot. It goes! Southern Utah leads 106-105. Duval was 0 of 6 from the free throw line. Then he hits 3 of his last 4, and Southern Utah leads by 1.
Big-time players make big-time plays, Ryan. That's a big-time play from your true freshman, Elijah Duval.
And how about Duval? You called it an incredible hustle play to get the offensive rebound on his missed free throw. And then he capitalizes. He makes the most of it as he earns a trip back to the line and hits them both. Probably your Pioneer floor play of the game right there. Duval with the offensive rebound. Free throws with 6 seconds to go to put SUU back on top, 106-105.
The crowd is on their feet. They are jumping. This place is bumping. It's T-Bird time in the AFEC, baby.
So you put on some full court pressure here, mainly to slow Tarleton State down, and so they can't just roll the ball up to midcourt. Duval, Abelar, Hayhurst, Lee, and they inbound up to the right side. Missed layup right side by Dormu. Tip back is no good, and Southern Utah wins. 106-105. What an effort by both teams. And the Thunderbirds earn their first WAC win of the season in overtime, 106-105.
My watch just told me loud environment, and for good reason. Get loud, T-Bird Nation. That's a dub.
Big moments, and the Thunderbirds come up big. McDowell and Lee with a big hug as they shake hands at midcourt. We've got your Cafe Sabor post-game show coming up. Southern Utah took an early lead, shot lights out in the first half, cooled off in the second half, but still did enough for a 106-105 victory in the America First Event Center in overtime. Back with more Thunderbird basketball and the post-game show on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Fouls were called in that whole game.
Welcome to the Cafe Sabor post-game show. Ryan Steinekert, and joining me is Jaden Farrow. Just repeat yourself from what you said a moment ago. What a finish.
Yeah, what a finish. I mean, that's a thriller, right?
Yeah, it sure was. Overtime win for Southern Utah, their first WAC win of the season, and 106-105 the final. Jaden, well, that final play, take me through what your experience was. The inbound, we thought Kai Burdick deflected the pass, but the foul was called, and Tarleton State able to tie it up.
Yeah, so we were planning on switching every screen. 1 through 5, we were going to switch it. And they came up with a good play. I think they had Johnson set a screen on my back off the little curl straight into that lob, and I guess they saw my arm got wrapped up in there, but I mean, credit to them. That was a good play.
You had a great game tonight, 20 points, 9 rebounds. You were tasked a lot with bringing the ball up the court. Why was that? Explain that for us.
Well, we know these Texas teams in general, they like to pressure the ball a lot, and as a guard, when you're getting hounded every time down the floor, it can be, I mean, it's exhausting. So to take some pressure off, we felt like we had a good matchup for me where I could dribble it up and get us into our offense at times.
Was that out of your comfort zone, or is that something you were fine with?
I did that a lot at JUCO, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So I'm still, obviously, I want to get my handle tighter. I think that's next in my development as a player. But, I mean, moments like that are good for me, for sure.
So take us through that very end sequence then. Duval, you guys are down by 2. Duval drives, gets fouled. He goes to the line. He hadn't hit a free throw yet tonight.
Yeah, I mean, clutch players make clutch plays, man, and he's an incredible athlete. Hit the back rim. He rose up, got it, got fouled again, and knocked him down, and then we got a good stop. So, I mean, that was incredible.
What does this do for you as a team to get this win in a big way, score 106 points?
Yeah, no, it's good, especially since we've had so many offensive struggles. Like, we've had games where we're in the 50s, now we're in the hundreds, but we also gave up 100, right?
Right.
So it's both sides of the ball we got to continue to be consistent on, but it's good. It's good to get a win. We got a nice little home stretch here. Next 2 are at home, so we just got to take care of business.
What we saw tonight from the team, 3-point shooting was far better from what we've seen a lot of the season. Overall, 41%. Is that more like what you feel this team can do?
Absolutely. When we got this team together, we never thought we'd have struggles shooting. And the whole season, we felt like we just haven't been where we expected to be. But nights like this are good to get confidence that these shots go in. And hopefully we can keep it going moving forward.
I know your focus has been on Tarleton State. Can you tell us anything about your opponent Saturday, Abilene Christian?
Yeah, they're going to play a lot of the same way. There's probably going to be a lot of fouls in that one, too. It's going to be physical. Yeah, they're another quality team, so we'll have to be ready for that one.
Gotcha. Anything else you want to touch on?
I'm good, man.
Man, congratulations on the win. Thank you for coming to join us.
Thanks for having me.
Jaden Farrow, post-game guest here on the Cafe Sabor post-game show. Proud supporter of Southern Utah Athletics, Cafe Sabor. Join us there in Cedar City for the Thunderbird Coaches Show, where you'll hear from coaches across Southern Utah Athletics while enjoying great food and conversation. Keep an eye on Southern Utah Athletics social media for show times at Cafe Sabor. Class act Jaden Farrow had 20 points, 9 rebounds, fouled out tonight, but I thought he did a great job. He essentially became the point guard, or at least the man to bring the ball up the court for a lot of tonight's game, Preston.
And just a smooth operator. He's just so calm and collected. He knows when to be aggressive, when to attack, when to assert dominance. He's just a great player.
Also had 2 assists tonight to go with his 9 rebounds, 4 of those on the offensive glass, 1 block, 1 steal, but fouled out. And he said the same thing. What you said? Big players make big plays.
Big time players make big time plays.
He said clutch players make clutch plays.
That's true too. That's true too.
You guys are on the same wavelength.
That's my guy. I love him.
Thunderbirds with a win, 106-105. You're tuned into the Cafe Sabor post-game show. And again, your final score brought to you by Rally Stop. Whether you need to fuel up your tank, grab a snack, or stock up on drinks for the road, Rally Stop convenience stores have you covered across Southern Utah. Rally Stop, your final stop before the road ahead. Let's jump right into our player of the game, brought to you by Bullock Drug. And a few players stand out now. If we were Tarleton, it'd be Dior Johnson. I don't think there's any question about that. But we're picking a Southern Utah player of the game. And I got to consider Jaden Farrow as a player of the game, almost a double-double with 17 points, 9 boards. Tanner Hayhurst shined tonight, a new season-high 20 points with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Dylan Jones was big. Jalen Lee was big. Rock Lee, 14 points and 7 boards. And then Elijah Duvall had those closing minutes were fantastic.
Yeah, 4 guys in double digits, but Dylan Jones, he just shined the brightest tonight here in the AFEC. The sun went down, the stars came out, and Dylan Jones came to play. 22 points, 6 of 11 from beyond the arc, perfect from the line. I mean, he just played great. I don't know what else to say. He was great.
2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 22 points. And he also had a candidate for the play of the game, that 3 in overtime that put Thunderbirds on top at that point.
Yeah, there was also a couple of great plays there with Mikhail Barclay using the pump fake on the three-point line, getting up and under. But, I mean, how about the hustle from Elijah Duvall, last play of the game? He was ice cold. I'm talking Fortress of Solitude for Superman. Ice cold from the free throw line. Ends up missing the game-winning shot. Goes and gets the rebound. Then goes back to the stripe, secures the dub. That was just electric.
That is your play of the game, but let's mention again, Dylan Jones, the player of the game, brought to you by Bullock Drug. More than just a pharmacy, Bullock's is your downtown stop for handcrafted sodas, old-fashioned candy, and all your prescription needs. Bullock Drug, a Cedar City tradition and proud partner of SUU Athletics. Preston, you told us the play of the game, Elijah Duvall, and it's a sequence of plays, I would say. The missed free throw, but he follows it, gets his own rebound, and then hits 2 big free throws to put SUU on top.
Yeah, this is the guy that's been the lead scorer for the Thunderbirds, at times giving you 20 points a game. He only put up 9 tonight, shot a very cold 30% from the floor, and then finally in the clutch went 2 or 3 for 6 in his last 6 free throw
3
attempts.
for his last 4.
And just put the game away there. But 3 for 9 on the night. He realized he didn't put up the kind of stats he's used to, but he dug deep, and big-time clutch players make big-time clutch plays.
Thunderbird fans, that's your play of the game, brought to you by Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design Center. Just like SUU, Pioneer is built on quality and performance. Visit their Sage Drive location in Cedar City for incredible flooring, unique design options, and unbeatable service. Pioneer Floor Coverings, proud to cover every step of your home. And Elijah Duvall gets the play of the game for Southern Utah tonight. 106-105, the final score, SUU with the win. And let's look through some final stats. Preston, what stands out to you?
I mean, the 22 and 20 from Hayhurst and Jones, some of your lethal shooters, they got hot from beyond the arc. I mean, it slowed down in the second half there, but great shooting performance from the team as a whole. 31 bench points, 28 or 40 rebounds. They out-rebounded by 1. That's one of our plays of the game, or keys of the game there. 28 points off turnovers. The turnovers were a bit higher in the second half, ended up with 18, but the Thunderbirds did a great job to set themselves up for success.
They set new season highs on free throws made with 31 and free throws attempted with 42 free throws tonight. 18 turnovers, but 28 points off turnovers. They out-rebounded Tarleton 40-39, including 12-11 on the offensive glass. Boy, bench post Tarleton dominated 70-31, but that wasn't enough to take down the Thunderbirds, who had 19 assists tonight, and you love that, the way they shared the ball and find openings.
Yeah, a team that only averages about 12 or 14, getting up, sharing the rock, that edge motto, everybody got to eat, get everybody involved. Team effort, really.
106-105, Thunderbirds with the win. Again, Dior Johnson leads all scorers with 40, but it wasn't quite enough. Chris Mpaka for Tarleton State had 14, and Cam McDowell had 24. Those 3 in double figures for Southern Utah. Again, run us through those who scored in double figures for SUU.
Tanner Hayhurst gave you 20. Dylan Jones gave you 22. Jaden Farrow gave you 17. And Jalen Rock Lee, who's been really electric the last couple games, gave you 14. You also had 3 guys at 9. So a real just team effort.
Duval, Abelar, and Barclay with 9.
Or it looks like 8.
Barclay had 8. The other 2, 9. Cottrell with 7. And team effort from Southern Utah in the win. So that's the first win in the WAC for Southern Utah. Tarleton drops to 2-3 in WAC play and 11-7 overall. Southern Utah's second win against a Division I opponent this year, and they got it in a dramatic and exciting fashion tonight. Any final thoughts, Preston?
This is a big win, and if you're listening to the Thunderbirds, watching them, I mean, this is a turning point. This has got to be the point in the season where they turn things around. Thunderbird fans, this is where you want to be this Saturday.
Saturday night, 6:30, Southern Utah hosts Abilene Christian. And if you can't make it, we'll, of course, have it here on Thunder 91 with our pregame at 6 o'clock. This broadcast has been authorized under rights granted by Southern Utah University to Van Wagner. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner and Southern Utah University Athletics. The executive producer of SU basketball broadcast is Funaki Assisi. Special thanks to the SU Athletic Office, Regan Hunsaker, and stream operator Rob Birdsey. Studio operations by Van Wagner and the SUU Communications Department. Thanks to Nathaniel Buck and Kira Orton tonight in the studio. Preston, I appreciate you being here. That was a fun time.
Absolutely. Wouldn't have missed it.
For Preston Ferry, I'm Ryan Steinekert. Again, tune in Saturday night when Southern Utah hosts Abilene Christian. Our pregame starts at 6 o'clock right here on Thunder 91. But more, we invite you to come to the America First Event Center and witness it for yourself. If you can't make it, we'll talk with you again soon.